Welcome to Natural 20 Proof, the show that exists because drinks are good, friends are better, and the dice gods own our souls. We are broadcasting live from the McMinnville Mead Hall in McMinnville, Oregon, where we serve all kinds of great imbibements largely based on fermented honey. But we got some beer and other good stuff. Definitely come on out and give it a try. I also want to give a huge shout out to Sirenscape. We're using their beta online music player here. It is incredible, guys. If you're looking to create amazing moods, sound sets for your games to take them to the next level in terms of ambiance, you can choose from a whole selection of different elements here, different types of music, different sound sets, just to kind of create the mood for anything from a medieval fantasy game all the way up to a, galaxy-busting sci-fi adventure. So definitely go check it out. It's amazing. They do an awesome job. And I also want to make a quick note about our social distancing practices because, as you can see, we're not wearing masks currently. We're all have drinks and are having our beverages for today. However, that does not mean that we are not being very careful, especially outside of this. We're a very tight-knit group of players. We spend a lot of time together, just generally speaking. So we're kind of our own social distance pod. Outside of this room, though, we're all wearing masks. We're all being real careful and making sure that we are keeping our social distance. It's important, guys. Be safe, be healthy, be responsible.
Yeah.
And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and roll on in. So we went ahead and had our session zeros the last couple weeks here. We had 2 amazing rounds of session zeros here in which some of the players really got to get to know each other. Some of the characters got to meet each other for the first time, and they all received some enigmatic notes from a fairly discreet individual there who basically told them to head out to Lake Kapal in 1 week's time for a gathering to meet his master and to learn a little bit more about why they seem to have been set up in this way. So they've all traveled over the last week, getting to know each other a little bit over time, and have gathered in the town of Skith, which is on this sort of peninsula out into Lake Kapal, where some of them have only just arrived, others have gotten to spend a little bit of time there experiencing the local culture. You all have seen this kind of decadent lifestyle that the people of Skith have cultivated here. It seems to be almost a resort town. There are bathhouses, there are fine dining establishments, there are fancy inns and locations where you can go find some top quality brews if you're so inclined. And you've gotten to kind of take a look around and see some of the local culture. This is currently very heavily in Abinlock's territory, and you can see signs of the sovereign's influence everywhere you go, as well as various songs dedicated to the Urim Knights, who are nobility of this land, descended supposedly from the blood of Brigid herself, one of the Tuatha De Danann. In your time here, you've had a little bit of time to relax and get your breath and get back to full health, and you have gone out onto the Skith docks, which are a kind of tangled network of large planked infrastructure out into the lake, where you can see these sort of party barges set up at various points, many various very decadent watercraft that seem to be dressed to the nines, not so much for travel or commerce or anything, but more so just for pleasure to go out and drift on the lake and have a good time. And that is kind of where we're getting started. So rolling on into this Sirenscape goodness here. And I think that's about right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with our group from Bara. Our 3, we have Helri Gelnaga, we have Saras Biedermal, and we have Penny Lynn all coming out onto the docks here, where you can see a large medley of other people kind of milling around, many of which are dressed in fine attire. Some even are wearing armor, look to be more like bodyguards of some kind, as well as various children running up and down, playing out on the piers. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. Saras.
I'd just be kind of looking around, just absolutely amazed. This is really, really pretty. Like, you don't often see this kind of view. I mean, I know Bar had its own sort of lake nearby, but this is something else entirely.
Nice. Good party town.
Yeah,
I like it.
Look at those boats. They look like they're having a good time out there.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a good time out there.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I wonder if they do private boat shit. I wonder if we have enough money for a private boat.
Right. Got kind of a nice down payment, I guess.
Yeah, I spent most of it on booze already.
Yeah, me
but,
too. That's all gone.
Well, anyway, we'll see. Maybe we just get tickets. Oh, shit, maybe Fred and Nick fucking pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
we
a good
should.
idea.
All right, well, our one demand. We want a private boat.
Private boat.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean we each get our own boat? Or
I mean,
like-
we can. That seems boring, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a little too private.
Too
maybe.
private. Okay.
Nothing wrong with drinking alone, but drinking alone on a boat that's just sad. I see somebody doing that, I just feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, my heart breaks.
Yeah. Anyway, are we supposed to go out on the island?
Were we supposed to go out, out on the lake, or was it?
Lake
In this
Chacao,
area.
but it
So you're
doesn't-
only just now arriving on the docks, and as you're having this conversation, we're gonna shift the camera over to our next two contestants, and these are going to be.
I wasn't ready for that, Garrett.
It's
not ready.
Kaz and Edlin arrive on the docks next, kind of walking up, and you see the same kind of festive environment. In the distance, you can actually see the incredible expanse of ocean that comprises Moon, the water elemental plane, far, far to the west there. You're some miles away, but the sheer vastness of this ocean, combined with your slightly higher elevation here in Skith, is allowing you to kind of see this large vista. It's one of the reasons that this is such a popular vacation destination. Kaz, you'd be well aware of the draws of this particular town.
What are all these people doing here?
Well, they're vacationing, having a good time, partying. You're probably not too familiar with this, are you?
Like a feast?
Kind of, but over multiple days, and you spend it with family that you kind of like and friends that you like spending time with. Not too familiar with this, are you?
Sort of?
Yeah, it'll be a great experience for you nonetheless.
Okay.
I'll be to be honest with you. It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm not terribly sure where to go.
They said the lake. We're at the lake.
Well, this is a little bit bigger than a lake, but yeah, we're here. Because this is the ocean.
No, this is the lake, but you
Oh,
can
okay.
sort of see the ocean in the distance.
Right.
at
Gotcha,
this point.
gotcha,
Yeah,
okay.
so this is just a very large lake. You can't quite, you can just make out the other side of it, many, many, many miles away. This is probably close to 70, 80 miles across. Very, very large body of water.
So, was there anything telling us where to go?
Well, looking at the letter, it just says gather at the lake. I mean, I'm guessing, and there's an island on it from what it.
There's no island on this,
Okay.
so you're kind of walking out onto the docks at this point, taking a look around, and that's where we're going to shift over to Nobody and Desmond.
We should stick to the forests.
It's been a while since I've actually been down to this town either. When was it that I passed through? It's probably been a couple of years, maybe? I doubt anybody remembers me. Yeah, we can stick to the outskirts at least. Not quite sure we're supposed to meet this redneck guy.
Look at this. Their opulence disgusts me.
You mean the boats? Or just in general?
All of it.
Oh, it's kind of nice. I feel like if you can get nice things, why wouldn't you?
They are needless, a waste. None of this increases their ability to smash skulls or crush bone. Absurd. Ugh.
I suppose that's a valid point. Never really thought about trying to smash skulls or crush bones with a boat, but actually, you know what? A boat would probably be really effective.
It could be. Look at this face.
Oh God, I wasn't ready for this.
Smashing potential. All right, are you going out on the docks at this point, or are you kind of skirting around the lake
We
here?
must be careful.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out and see if we can find anybody. Do you have any idea what this redneck guy's supposed to look like?
How am I supposed to know what a villain appears? How a villain appears?
Right, yes. Yeah, we think he's up to no good, right? Yeah, he might be up to no good.
Why else would he send a message for such a creature as we met?
Especially if neither of us had known him.
Yes. Suspicious.
I mean, we ended up with the note anyways. Well, whatever. Yeah, let's check out that boat. Actually, it's got some cool colors on it.
All right, so you start to head out on the docks there, and you can see a large group of people beginning to gather. So each of you is sort of looking around, seeing as a very motley crew of individuals, each of varying races and what appear to be kind of occupations appears around you, all of which are looking rather confused and kind of looking around, each bearing, well, most of them bearing what appear to be letters very akin to what you are bearing.
Hey, wait a minute. Here, you see something? Don't that look a lot like our letter?
I mean, it says that in our letter. It says that we
Other
go
individuals.
here, and it says, yeah, something about others.
Hey, which one of y'all fuckers knows spreading it?
You, so the four of you see this large green-skinned individual dressed in shining armor shout out what she shouts out. And why don't you go ahead and describe your character very briefly, since everybody's at session 0 as well there.
Well, I'm Henry Gilnaga. I'm a 7'12", 350-pound brick shithouse. Silver armor, gold trim, boob plate. It ain't functional, but it looked good. Long purple cloak, leopard print ruff.
Wouldn't 7'12"? Never mind.
You shut your fucking pretty face.
At least he called me pretty.
So are you approaching at this point, or kind of you're nearby, fairly adjacent on the dock, kind of near this gathering of individuals?
Yes, I actually received a letter from Frederick.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you as well have the same kind of letter?
That's right.
Yeah, this fella seems to be getting around.
How many are there? Anybody know?
Well, there's the two of us over here.
All right, that's a start.
5 now.
They
Do I
didn't say how
see-
many people we should be expecting.
Do I see them or their letter?
Yeah, letters.
Yep, you're kind of you kind of see them approaching as well, keeping a little bit of a wary distance.
Ah, brilliant. We can disguise ourselves.
Hey, letter? Yeah, Frederick?
Yes.
Yes.
We have received a letter
Good.
of invitation
Good.
to this.
Yeah, this,
All right.
this bloke Frednick, he must be a good guy, right? Having a party?
Oh, I suppose you ain't meet him?
I don't know.
Oh, did you see him?
I've heard of him.
I've not met.
Oh,
I've
shit,
never
guess
met
we're
him.
special. Hey,
Very interesting.
We've actually met him.
we had a face-to-face, yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
So we all have these letters, but you're the only one who actually knows him?
Well,
I don't know him. We just met him the one time down in Barra. Anybody, you all know Barra?
Actually, that's where I was heading originally, before
Well,
I got the
there you
letter.
go. Well,
I know Barra.
you could have gotten a bucket of manticore blood, too.
Manticore blood.
Maybe a little
and
high.
bracelets. Do people have bracelets?
Did you say?
Looking around, yes, everybody is wearing a bracelet
Oh,
of
so
silver.
I have to put mine on?
Did you
I
say?
probably should.
Ah.
Did you say manticore blood?
Manticore blood, yeah.
We need to get that.
Yeah. We fought and killed a manticore, so.
Who knows what horrible things they plan to do to that child.
No, but I
Yup.
want manticore blood.
Y'all go through like a kind of trial thing as well?
Kinda.
What do you mean trial?
Did they put you through a play? That's what they did, right?
No.
I feel
A
like
production. A
sort of.
production.
I feel like that's
We had
kind
to fight a thing.
Horrifying. Wait,
Yeah.
what did you fight?
A manticore. That's where I
How
got
they
the blood.
And you were successful?
We were surprisingly effective.
We died. We are
I think
not
everybody
there.
was shocked how well it went.
Impressive.
Yes.
it didn't go too bad.
By the way, what are we
They're stout
looking at?
folks.
So yeah, why don't we go ahead and, since everyone is kind of met at this point, let's go around really quick and do some brief character descriptions. So just what you look like at this point. So let's start over here with nobody.
Nobody looks like he came out of a dumpster somewhere at a Goodwill or something. He's got like
Ye old
leather
Goodwill?
rags. His chainmail is all gross and sort of covered in mud and bits of branches and stuff that got stuck in it as he was coming in from the forest. He doesn't have hair. thankfully. So if you did, it would be tangled. Just sort of covered in a general smear of just dirt.
Excellent. Desmond.
All right. So a 5'10" figure with a hat and a brim, dark brown duster with a crossbow hanging off his hip and a hand axe on the other side, and a few vials and things throughout. He's got a burgundy chest piece made out of leather that's strapped together, and he's wearing what appears to be a plague doctor mask that has leather straps hanging out from the beak area. You don't know why.
Discernible race, or I guess.
Oh, I've got the mask on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I should probably mention that I'm a 7.5-foot Goliath male.
Yeah, you're big. Not that big, but big.
A little jealous.
Penny.
All right. I am not tall. I am about 5 feet, maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. So she is ragged. She's barefoot. She's covered in, dirt and whatnot. She's not wearing a whole lot of clothes, but enough to cover up her biddies. And she's got tattoos. So there's like a tattoo around her arm and one on her side and one on her hip and a big ass tree of life on her back. And she's sandwiched between these two because they're big and they protect her.
Also, Helry also has tattoo sleeves. Not a particular image, but like a stripe design all the way down.
Is there a discernible race?
Yeah, she's an elf, and she's got copperish skin with just a little bit of a green hint to it.
All right. Saris.
Saris, you see, is about 7'4" thereabouts.
How do you spell that?
Sarris.
Thank you.
And he's got this kind of dapple heather gray coat, clearly a furbolg. He's got some kind of teal undercoat and some leathers and furs on top. They don't look like much in the way of armor, just more like decorative clothing, really. He's got auburn hair, teal eyes, and most striking thing you notice is that he's got kind of like tauren hooves and a tail, which is not typical of furbolgs, but it's not unheard of either.
Okay.
And
We've already heard the majesty that is Helry. Let's go ahead and move to Kaz here.
Standing about 6'3".
We're some big fuckers.
I know, we're a tall group.
Poor Penny's feeling a little like, there's so much shade around here. Yeah.
My neck's gonna hurt.
Kind of a darker red skin tone tiefling with short gazelle horns sticking out of the top of his head. Well-dressed vest and red tie with a jacket over the top. You notice a black obsidian ring on his right hand. Long black hair kind of pulled back between his horns. Standing quite tall, proper, and well-dressed.
All right.
Fuck, it's
And let's hear from
God damn it.
Edlin. Yep. Where's that?
I'm Edlin. Edlin is 5 feet 6 inches tall, auburn hair, light auburn, somewhat tanned, sort of cross between Tilda Swinton and David Bowie face. Green eyes, which, if you notice, have horizontal pupils rather than round. Appears to be Elven of some kind.
All right.
And sort of stooped and hunched over because there's a lot of people around and this is rather strange.
Okay. So as you all are kind of gathering around, you hear a voice coming up from behind you. And I think if we're going out over the water here, we may get a little bit of signal interference. So can you go ahead and hold this end, and I will run out here, and we will go ahead and we will go ahead and test the. You can see this, you turn and you see this short figure. She has a long red beard tied in actually with her hair, where it's sort of connected and tied into a bun right underneath her chin. These large goggles kind of pressed up against her forehead here, holding what seems to be a small device with a small shard of what seems to be glowing material in it as she just books it down the dock, bracing right past you here. A large half-orc individual solemnly walks along. He's carrying what appears to be a large metallic rod in one hand, and looks to be a little bit confused as to what is going on, but none too disturbed. And she just races on. Oh, excuse me, and she books it on down the other end.
Kind of step back. Like, oh, pardon me.
And
Place is weird. I like it.
he holds it up. Where is the a small little shock of electricity zaps out and hits him right in the face there.
That's cool.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fairly used to it at this point.
Here, look at that. That's... You making that?
Oh dear, okay, I suppose that was to be expected. She comes racing back along the dock here, kind of fiddling with the device here. Comes up next to him. Here, give me that. And she grabs it and starts kind of knocking against it, fiddling around with it. You see another individual approaching from the side, another very short individual dressed in these crimson robes going down, muttering to himself, "Oh, well, I suppose it's just another day in the life here. I got to come out here. I suppose they better have some more money for me. We got to get the experiments properly established here. All right. You know, this is an old Elvish. All right. Shit. All right. And it's this kind of gnomish individual with this shock of purple hair, actually pulled back and just going out the back here. He's got his nose buried in a scroll and is currently accompanied by an elvish individual. She has this golden hair pulled back and seems to be looking around cautiously in this very wary posture, dressed in green leathers, kind of modeled in this almost camouflage-esque appearance. Closely followed by a young boy, also with this sort of golden hair, red hair, that is kind of up in this spiked pattern that seems to go up in various angles, very unruly, as if he hasn't really tried to comb it very much, although the spikes themselves seem very rigid, very taut, and a little bit more inflexible than you would expect hair to be. He's dressed very plainly in robes that appear to have been ripped around the shoulder points where the arms connect there, and it's what probably was a tunic at one point is now a vest. About 13 years old, walking up, closely accompanied by a hulking woman of this deep, dark skin. The skin itself appears to have almost what looks to be grain patterns and pebbles on it at various points. She is also dressed in robes, though these robes appear to be a little bit more intact and cinched tight at the waist. She stands about roughly 7'2", very wide.
So not that tall.
Not that tall
Okay.
to Helry. However, quite tall by most normal people's standards, and walks with a sort of solemnity and solidity that indicates great strength.
Letters?
They all are bearing bracelets.
Ah.
Some of them have letters out, kind of looking at them. Others are just looking around in confusion here.
All right.
You also see a, looks to be a dark elven woman appear. She is clad in this tattered, kind of beaten up iron breastplate here that does not seem to fit her quite right. Not a boob plate, an actual breastplate. Proper.
Functional. I respect it.
Functional, and seems to be heavily bloodstained. Bearing a long sword at her side, which has the hallmarks of kind of dark metal as its basis. Not necessarily a more traditional longsword you would expect to see. She is closely accompanied by a individual that is swathed in a dark black cloak with a hood pulled close over the top here, then moves in this kind of pattern. Very jerky motions there. In addition, you see a individual appear with a close pulled-in duster, a coat almost reminiscent of. We had somebody else with a duster. Yeah, that's right. Almost reminiscent of Desmond's attire there. This pale blue skin and white hair that seems to kind of drift off of her head as she gazes around her surroundings there. And she is closely accompanied by what appears to be a gold dragonborn in deep crimson or maroon attire, seemingly of very ostentatious material. No expense was spared on this individual's clothing, wielding what appears to be a silver harp that he is sort of half-assedly strumming as his. On the lake of Capal, there were people so tall. Look at them everywhere. I admit I'm kind of scared.
It's a barbarian.
Oh yeah. You let's see here. Who do we have else in that? Oh, and coming up, bringing up the rear, you see a halfling woman, sort of moving along in this sort of toddling fashion here, she's got a cape of silvery white fabric that's flowing off of her back, seemingly drifting kind of in the breeze coming off of Moon. The rest of her is dressed very plainly, though well constructed. Clearly very good at what she does in terms of making attire. And let's see, and she is closely accompanied by, let's see here, a tiefling. Very large individual. Also kind of, although in this case, large more in the portly fashion. Has a large gut stretched across what appears to be more priestly robes, with one single horn coming out of his head, coming up in this kind of spiraling pattern as well. Deep kind of burgundy almost skin there. A little bit darker skinned than Kaz, but it's very different horns.
This is every player character Jesse's created over the years, but never gets to play because he's always the dungeon master.
I'm very
All of your
scared.
player characters.
This is just scratching the surface.
Yes.
My friend. You don't even know.
You know you're a DM when you got to stack this tall.
I do
character sheets.
have that character library in D&D Beyond, just ready to go, just waiting.
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Oh, Jesus. 7.
Channel cane.
7. So you don't recognize any of them. You feel like you should, especially the blue-skinned woman with the white hair. You can't help but feel like she's familiar, but you can't quite place it.
Can I see what's on their bracelets?
Roll a perception check.
Also, do I recognize anybody who might have come into my folks' shop?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
We gotta do better than this, Garrett. Come on.
11.
11. You can see. Let's see. Who are you most focused on?
I would actually want to check out the other people here first, who we spoke to first, and then
okay.
anybody I can get in the crowd. Probably the biggest one, that pebbly-skinned woman.
Okay. I will say that you can see the other two groups here's trinkets. You can see that on Desmond and Nobody's team, they've got what appears to be a. Well, why don't you go ahead and describe it, actually? The thing you face down there.
Oh, the what? Well, what do we have that we're... That
Yeah,
they're-
the trinket on your bracelet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can also do it, it's fine, but just figure I would.
Well,
It's a Grimlock.
it's a Grimlock, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and describe it, because I'm not sure where to start on that one.
Oh, that's fair. So, it's this sort of squat-looking individual, almost toad-like, almost like if you were to cross a goblin with a toad and take its eyes away. With this large kind of gaping mouth coming off of it. Very stylistically realized in the silver that is hanging off of their bracelets there. Definitely a kind of gross-looking creature.
I hate it so much.
You can also see over on Edlin and Kaz's side. Do you want to describe your creature there?
I don't know the descriptor off the top of my head. I was just.
That is
looking it up
fair.
right
So
now.
it's this sort of insectoid-looking creature, this long, thin proboscis coming off of its face. Although the face itself has an almost human-like quality to it, with these series of wings coming off of its back, rather like a large mosquito, though with a, again, almost anthropomorphic quality to it.
You guys had to kill a bug? Ah, shit.
I got a 20.
It was quite
I
a
think these are gonna be the weak
Investigation?
links in the chain.
Investigation
Still
26.
pretty tall.
Okay.
There was a lot of them, and they're quite
a natural
big, to be
20.
fair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Taking your voice.
I am going to say that you would recognize the Dragonborn for sure. This is an individual named Pecorino Fiducio, who a very self-styled sort of name, and is known to be rather heavily.
I will never call him anything but Pecker.
Look at the size of that. Never mind.
Yep, I'm not gonna finish that. Feel free to do what you want to do. This individual is a bard who has made something of a name for himself by the sheer number of Urim Knights he's pissed off with his dirty limericks and rather scathing songs that he has composed in honor of their exploits.
I'm actually a big fan of this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he is a very polarizing individual, we'll say that, and is generally on the run from somebody at any given time.
Yeah.
I'll also say that you would recognize.
Damn it, Gary, I gotta make a thing for that. Give me a minute.
We're gonna say you also recognize Attria Vraskith. She is the blue-skinned individual. Also, not particularly well liked among nobility. She has a habit of poking her nose where it shouldn't and spreading rumors and secrets where the powerful would prefer they were not spread.
Okay.
The Elven individuals, do any of them strike me as familiar? I spent 15 years in the court. Are any of them Fae?
They're not Fae in nature. Very kind of, maybe not standard Elven, but definitely more,
Not from my neck of the woods.
not from your neck of the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
Know any of the fighters?
That's actually something I wouldn't mind jumping in on that one.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I will let one of you roll a history check at advantage, since you're kind of like putting your heads together on this. Like, do you know this guy?
boy.
Hey, you know, that one's. I look like I should know her.
Me to punch somebody like that.
I've punched everybody I have punched has been like
Ooh,
that.
all right, thank God for that.
Wow.
Natural 24, 19.
It's too old.
Wow. Wow.
I probably should have
I'm
rolled.
smart in the ways of punch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you actually sort of recognize the Elven woman. The elf woman she's got this golden hair pulled back and is dressed in sort of well-worn chainmail. Though in this case her armor is well fitted. She appears accustomed to its weight and the way that her sword hangs off of her hip. She is between the two of you, actually, we're going to say Helry probably would be the one to recognize her in this case. She is known to be a dangerous bandit from the Ganagoth Desert out there. Generally speaking, she comes out of a place called Trogakla, which is known to be a outlaw's stronghold far out into the wastes, almost to where the fire cyclones begin to whirl around, where the fire elemental plane meets the air elemental plane. It is a harsh place, and she has made a bit of a reputation for herself for being rather merciless.
Do I have a name?
You would know her name is Felwyn Vox.
Is this the dark elf woman?
This is the high elven woman with the golden hair.
Don't fuck with her. She's bad news. Bad news in the deserts. Yeah.
All right, keep my distance.
Is there any way I recognize the Goliath?
Or the tribe, at least, right?
Heavily skinned.
covered in.
Oh,
Heavily
you'd be aware that's not a Goliath.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Do we know
But,
what it is?
Well, I will let you roll a history check for that, because there is a chance you've heard of this person. Natural 20? I don't know.
It is, but it's cocked.
Yeah, it's cocked.
Can you put another die on top of it?
Nope.
Okay.
I can try.
I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. Okay, divide
Just
your roll,
slap
but
zero on the end.
you don't know. Big lady, but you haven't heard of her.
That would have been 3.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my days are ruined.
That's it. Campaign's over, everybody. All right. Anybody else think they might recognize somebody here? Okay. So as these groups begin to assemble, you can see them all murmuring between each other. You can kind of gather that there's been a similar series of incidents that have been spread across Anor that all of these individuals have been party to. Each of them seems to have also traveled in a pair and is sort of keeping to themselves for the most part, kind of chattering or coordinating between each other, some of which are standing in sort of awkward postures. Especially the large tiefling is very kind of eyes downcast, looking furtively around in this rather shy manner.
Guys,
I want you
I don't
look
think
out
I'm
for
supposed to
the
be here.
little person who gave us our letter.
Right.
Look out. Okay. Cool.
I'm watching for the person who brought us the letter in case I see them.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Roll a perception check real quick.
You got this. Keep an eye.
16.
16. Taking a look around, you do not see the friend that brought you the letter.
Okay. Well, I am just going to keep watching for that. So.
However, you do see a small individual beginning to approach you from down the docks. Deep red skin, sort of in this hunched posture there, shoulders pulled up, walking with a cane, though with very, very fine attire all the way down. And as he approaches your group, "Oh, I see we're all here then. That's good, that's good. I trust everybody had a more or less uneventful journey."
Wasn't
Yes?
too bad. Good seeing you again.
It was just as eventful as I wanted it to be, which is the best thing you can say about a trip.
So pretty eventful then.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. All right. Well, hopefully you made a bit of a name for yourselves on the way out. We're going to be gathering over here. It's going to be on the buoyant galley where me master has set up a bit of a celebration for all of you. So, follow me.
All right.
Turn to start.
Sorry, did you say the buoyant galley?
The buoyant galley.
The buoyant galley. Okay.
I believe that's what it was.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. Anyway, so don't worry about it. So, the buoyant galley.
it's quite a name.
You begin to follow him down the dock until eventually you see a large ship that moored off of one of the far piers there. It is fairly simple. It's constructed from wood, though you can see these streamers kind of moving from the main mast out across the various railings of the ship, framing a deck that is, you can already see, covered in various torches, tables laden with food and whatnot. Even from this distance, it looks to be primed for a bit of a celebration. Oh, and I should probably introduce myself. I'm Frednick Summerwald. It's a pleasure to meet you all in person. I've met a few of ya, even up till now, but all of the rest of you have at least received me letters, so I wanted to personally introduce myself.
Good to see you again, Frednick.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
The letters were for us?
Oh, yes.
Wait, like even me?
Yeah.
Why me?
Well, I think I'll leave it up to me master to tell you about that. That's a bit more of a long story.
On a related note, though, why you got that mask on? What, your face burning acid or something?
It has been, yeah.
Can I insight check him?
Insight, go for it.
I will place a hand on the raven feather behind my ear, and I will guidance.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
27.
She.
Well done.
I'm not fibbing. I've definitely been splashed in the face with acid before. But I'm not necessarily...
Good call.
That's not necessarily why I've got the mask on right now.
It is usually, but
If we might be working together, I think I'd like to see you eye to eye if that's all right.
Well, I can certainly take this thing off if you'd like, but I kind of like to keep it on, if you don't mind.
I'm watching you.
Well, yeah, I'll take it off right now just so you can see me, so you can recognize me. If
Sure, yeah, that make me feel better.
All right, so I unbuckle the thing.
Okay.
And a half elven face with dark hair, just incredibly handsome, eyes like dreams, looks like a Hemsworth or something, you know. And and I say, well, yeah, it's most of my scars are healed up pretty well, but yeah, I've been splashed on the face with acid before. That's actually why the mask is here. It keeps the acid off my face. Work with chemicals and things. But yeah, I'm gonna put this back on now.
Why? Why would you ever put it on?
Are you working with us right now?
So actually, I've got these goggles on, and I actually haven't been out in the sun for quite some time, and it kind of hurts, actually. So
Sorry, what?
I haven't been in the sun for a long time, so my eyes hurt being out here.
Yeah, okay.
They protect your eyes.
Look how they don't recoil in fear from your
Kind of like a glass that blocks the sun.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Like a glass sun thing.
Right.
You
Yes.
should find something for that, and then you could just wear that. It would, I'm sure, be way more comfortable than that full mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should never put that mask on.
Oh well, the goggles come off.
I mean,
It's just like this gaping void with his eyes poking out from within.
that is much worse.
Yeah, that is
That is worse in every way.
that's
That
creepy.
improved not
Coming
one
from a
aspect
tiefling, that's creepy.
of the situation.
Blink, blink.
Please stop. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
You're very handsome nonetheless, though. So.
Oh well, thanks.
Yeah.
So Frednick begins to make his way up the gangplank. You can see a few of the other newcomers are kind of looking suspiciously about. The halfling woman goes up there. She also casts over her shoulder and heads on up. You also, you can see that the younger individual, like the red-haired youth, also follows her up as well. The large-robed individual heads up as well. And
Good? Ping anything for me?
Does-
Do I know what's
yeah,
going on?
yeah, yeah.
insight
Does-
check.
Does he appear to be like a construct of some kind? Arcana?
Perception check on this
19?
one. Okay.
Ooh, actually 18.
Say, looks to be moving in an inherently inorganic fashion.
Okay.
So, they begin to make their way up. The other folks begin to sort of shrug and meander their way up as well. You can see the gnomish individual. Well, I suppose this is about as good as anything else. All right, here we go. And heads on up there as well, following them. And eventually, the other folks are on the way up the gangplank, meandering onto the deck. Are you going as well?
I would have gotten straight up.
Okay, headed straight up. Okay.
Here, come on, Pretty.
Yeah.
Let's get us a good spot.
Okay.
I'd probably try to subtly, like, lead the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. You get the elbows out and
We'll follow like the
clear the path.
the bodyguard thing again.
Yeah.
Let Pretty
I
get
go
in the middle.
right between.
there we go.
As we're going up the gangplank, I'll just put out a hand.
Be careful, pint size. You don't want to fall in.
I won't.
All right.
I'll kind of lean down and be like, this boat looks mighty
Watch your back,
fancy.
you
I bet
watch
there's
mine.
some really good drinks on here.
I bet there is.
You fucking better be.
Well, there won't be very much of it for very long. It's 3
Yeah,
hours.
right.
Sorry, did you say there'd be drinks?
I hope
Probably.
so.
That's what I'm thinking.
So as you make your way up on deck, you can see, yes, there are drinks. There is food. There are tables laden down with various. Go ahead.
Oh, and half
Oh, this is
behind
worth the triple
has
roll.
on the left-hand side.
Okay. Yep. Kind of flanking him back just a little bit there. Okay. So as you get up there, you can see bowls filled with various what looks to be fruit concoctions, some kind of drink with cups established or set up next to it. You can see barrels that look to be filled with beer, bottles of wine here and there. There are platters covered in various roast pheasants. There are cured meats out there. There seem to be several pies that are giving off these fragrant, spicy aromas. Look to be a couple of fruit versus meat pies there. You can see many loaves of good bread set up of various styles. Some of them deep brown, kind of earthy looking. Others white, fluffy, almost impossibly porous on the inside. All of it is giving off this incredible aroma. You can see a large kettle with what look to be stew bubbling in it beneath a small brazier that's giving off a glow without fire. There are several bowls next to that as well. Basically, going around, you can see whatever you would be interested in eating is probably present at this banquet. It seems to be very lavish and built out for your pleasure.
I'm tucking the fuck in.
In addition, you hear sort of this music beginning to permeate through the ship, through the party, from sources you cannot see. It is beginning to... It's a bit of a trigger for us. Anyway.
Last time that happened.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast!
Different campaign. And it just is sort of permeating through this kind of very jolly, upbeat vibe to it, though you cannot see any musicians creating the sound.
I want to look at the kind of nervous guy who was singing nervously on the dock, see if he's the one singing. They're like, is that guy that was singing all quiet like?
He looks to be kind of looking around the Dragonborn there. He's kind of taking a look around, looking for the source of it. He begins to plunk along a little bit, and and starts to do his own song, trying to drown out the other music there.
I can't stand birds, they're so showy.
He isn't doing a particularly good job, but it's passable. You know, not quite as good as the other music, but he can carry a tune, and his voice only cracks a little bit. He kind of wanders off and begins to circumnavigate the ship, surreptitiously looking for the source of it.
Hey, watch this.
I'm going to follow along behind him about 10 feet back. Wherever he goes, I go.
Okay.
Pipes are coming out.
Pipes are coming out. Okay.
Do I-
Performance check?
Sure.
Do I see this one doing that?
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I'm gonna
8 feet tall with pipes. Yeah.
I'm going to prepare prestidigitation to amplify the sound.
Okay.
Do I roll with advantage?
We'll give that. No.
Okay.
We're gonna.
Whether you're good or bad, you're loud.
Louder is not necessarily better.
Okay, 19.
19. So, it is really good. You
Yeah,
know,
well, it's
he's
bagpipes
going
up
along,
in there.
plunking his harp there, and all at once. Is it a
It's bagpipes.
Yeah.
It's bagpipes.
And it is amplified. We're talking bagpipes are already loud. These bad boys could blow the scales off a dragon. This is just ridiculous.
Or a dragon?
Or a dragonborn, yeah. As soon as the first echoes forth, the dragonborn in front of you. Oh my God! What blazes are you doing?
I just look him right in the eyes.
You can see him like trying to like strum the harp to like match the sound, but all of you see him strumming and you cannot hear it at all. It is completely silent.
I also want to make like little small green flames shoot out of the pipes of the bagpipe to give a little magic flair to it.
Okay, yeah, so he is now a road warrior. Well, Helry is now a road warrior bagpipist.
Heck yeah.
These jets of green flame blasting out from the pipes there. It is honestly a pretty spectacular spectacle, and you can see all the other various partygoers starting to gather around and watch this, some of which are holding their ears, especially the pale-skinned individuals kind of stepped away a little bit.
We're making our presence known.
Careful! What? This must be an illusion. This much food is impossible.
Are you really
You don't have to
yelling?
shout, man. I can hear you perfectly fine.
Well, no, you can't really, because it is like it is absolute cacophony at right now.
I know.
Okay. Oh, okay. Look to your half-elven ears here. Yeah.
Apologies.
So somehow through the magnificent din, you do hear you do hear nobody whisper this into your ear there.
Oh, it's not whispered.
It seems like a whisper right now, but
Whisper for
comparatively.
you.
Is there a bartender? at the?
Looking around, not really. It seems to be mostly uninhabited, although Frednick has kind of moved his way up and is bustling about, kind of performing some basic organizational tasks there, moving platters around, kind of seemingly the only person really on board for this.
Okay.
Is anybody taking food and drink at this point, or is it just kind of being left alone?
So you can see that the younger lad, 13-year-old, has basically booked it to the nearest table and has picked up an entire roast chicken and is just tearing into it, straight like face to bone here, one up, and it looks like he's enjoying the heck out of it.
I knew a half-orc once who would always eat everything he could find.
I go up and try to
miss
slap
him.
one of the platters as though it's an illusion.
Okay, you go up to a platter of pastries and you kind of go whap, and it kind of hits the lip and boom! These various tarts and jam-filled confections fly up into the
I
air.
am surprised, but I try to catch one.
How far
Okay,
away?
I'll have you roll a quick dexterity check for that.
How far away?
Probably like 15 feet.
Can I throw out a mage hand to try and catch one in the air?
Sure. Yeah. We'll have you roll a spellcasting check.
Okay.
I'm going to just start over trying to catch a few.
Okay. Dexterity check.
19.
19.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, we'll make a sleight of hand. That's a good one. So 19, you grab one out of the air, and it seems to be flaky, some kind of puff pastry dealio there, with a raspberry jam center.
I meant to do that.
9. Unfortunately, the mage hand just totally sails past, missing them.
Just a 13.
Just a 13. Well, actually, that's enough to catch one. So you just sort of appear next door and grab one out of the air. This one seems to have some kind of buttercream filling in there, very pale, creamy interior.
Okay, and I'll duck back behind Kaz and offer you half.
Thank you.
Okay.
Before we eat, we may want to double check that these are safe.
Brother Tuorla, this is a lot of noise. I need a drink.
Yep. I don't know why that kid is eating a chicken when there's so much booze.
I know.
I'll leave the Dragonborn alone. I'll
Okay.
come over and say,
Oh, hey, can you give me 10 minutes before we start eating? I know, but everything about this is weird, right?
Yeah. I just wonder, you said
You
like
make a fair
the
point.
last time this was that we encountered something, it was all orchestrated.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of people here.
a lot of people.
And this is talking about people who all want to find their glory, and I'm kind of waiting for them to say like, I don't know. I'm scared.
Can I check
I'm nervous.
for like
Not
poison
scared.
or some kind of
Don't
Just
worry, Pine
see
Size,
if
we're
it's
here to look out for you.
up on
Yeah,
the up, you know?
let's get some booze though.
I will,
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
and I will ritual cast detect poison and disease.
Okay. Yeah. And that is just like anything within 30 feet of you or something like that?
Double check.
17.
17? Okay. You
Yep.
begin.
30 feet.
Okay, so you begin to examine it and looking through it, poking around, give it a little bit of sniff. You take a little bit, rub it on your gums there, kind of do the whole shebang. Looks to be clean and is further reinforced once Helry. Go ahead and describe your spell again, real quick here. How you cast that?
So I just have the feather, and I just kind of keep stroking it with my thumb, looking at the food, just sort of looking around and everything. And then as the spell completes, my eyes, which are already red, the red fills them just in this sort of like flash, and there's actually like a tiny little wisp of smoke from the corners, and just poison and disease.
All clean.
Okay.
Should be all good.
Yeah, it's, I mean, for what it's worth, the food looks safe. So, let's try to get fucked.
I'm already way ahead of you. Just knock back a point as soon as I can get one.
Okay.
Is one of you going for drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you get me something?
Yeah.
I'll take a. I thought my dog just got taken out by an owl bear, but he's actually been down the road at the other farmhouse getting some strange.
You were about to tell us what you wanted to drink, and then you just started saying something completely different. What do you want me to grab?
That's what I wanted to drink.
A what?
If they don't have that, then maybe I'll take a. I spent 5 months trapped in a cave, and no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't die, and I'm not sure if I'm cursed or if I'm a god.
Again, you were about to tell me your drink order, and then you started talking about like your life history, which is interesting, and I want it, but I really just need to know what you want from the table.
I want it to.
What do you have?
Whiskey.
Oh,
That should do.
Yeah, good. All right.
1.
Okay. And
Does
what
it
do you-
sound like? I'm just trying to determine.
Wait.
Is he asking for drinks or is he
Wait.
telling
Wait.
us his story?
Wait.
I think I know that.
That was so.
I I made an insight against you.
Even I'm a little confused here. I ain't gonna lie. So the so Desmond's kind of like looking at you with a shrewd gaze as you are laying this out. Is there any particular read he gets off of you as to what the deal is?
You mean Hillary?
Or
Kaz.
Yeah, Kaz is watching you shrewdly as you are telling Helry this interesting series of directions.
You get the idea that I'm trying to order the right drink for an emotional state.
I think he needs something strong.
All right.
Also, just for the record, Helry was well aware of what was going on, but thought it was like a joke, and so was like playing into it. Was like,
Oh, we're doing who's on first. All right. I know this one. I got this.
Wow.
yeah.
Excellent. Okay,
What's on
you you have the order there. Penny,
I'm getting some whiskey.
getting some whiskey. Okay, heading towards the booze table alongside Helry.
Do they have the bourbon? The bourbon that
They do.
oh, monsieur, there's 2 bottles. There's 2 bottles.
I think it's said Farbank bourbon.
Yeah, Farbank bourbon.
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 bottles of bourbon.
And it smells good.
I pick it
smells
up. I
like
start
the
to walk
good
away from the
stuff.
table. I shove them in my pack, and I pick up 2 more.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
So, 1 second here. Where is it? So you actually, as you're going over there, you reach down and you grab a bottle, and at the same time, a small hand also grabs the bottle. And, hey, what's that? What you doing? You look down, you can see the gnome once more, the large kind of purple-haired gnome reaching up. You trying to take all the Farbank bourbon? What's wrong with you?
Sorry, tablespoon size. I thought that this
that
was
right?
available. You want to come drink with us?
And I kind of want to drink this on my own here. Maybe I'll bring it along to my friend, but, trying to take all the bourbon for yourself, it's not a very kind introduction.
You talk like
What?
somebody else. Anyway, yeah, fine.
I have other bottles, right?
You got like 3 other bottles
Yeah.
in your arms there.
Yeah, my apologies. Go, you go right on ahead. You enjoy. Want to
All right.
arm wrestle you later.
Yeah, you can try. That's not really my game. I prefer to burn you to your bones there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my method of conflict, if you get my drift. So you watch yourself.
I like you. All right. I'll catch you later.
Head back to the
All right. Well, if I jump anyway, you can. And he heads off towards one side, kind of connecting up with connecting up with the High Elven woman. You head back over to the rest of your group there, and you have the bottle of whiskey with you and pour a little bit out for everybody.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pour a little bit out for everybody, and then I just drink straight from the bottle.
Okay.
I was looking for the bottle.
Oh, here you go.
All right.
Going up to the bar to grab whatever someone says is strong.
All right. So you kind of pass Helry and Penny as they're coming back there, and head back up to the bar. And you can see there's no bartender. It's just a whole series of bottles lined up with glasses nearby for whatever you want to grab.
I just pop them, smell them, put it back, go down the line.
This one smells like clear stuff. This one's got like like elderberries. What is that? Okay. Kind of go down. It's
clear spirits if I can find them.
yeah. First one smells like clear spirits, some kind of grain alcohol.
Just slam that into a goblet or something.
Okay, you grab a goblet and slam some of the clear stuff there. It's good. It goes down like water. Really, really smooth. Little bit of bite on the end, of course, a little burn, but not as harsh as what you're used to. That's for sure.
Tasteless. How disappointing.
Did you just grab water there?
What?
Did you just grab water there?
It might as well be.
Do you want to try some of this? It's real good bourbon.
As you
Right.
say this, the halfling woman comes up to you. Oh, Hello there. I can't help but overhear what you said, and I really wanted to try something. If you just indulge me for a second. And she pulls out this small beaker of what leads to be kind of green liquid. She's swirling around a little bit. Now this is a bit tricky to find, but I think that it would really add a nice kick to your drink there.
Anything.
All right. She takes a little to stop her out and pours just a bloop in there and puts it back in. Now, I definitely recommend that you take your time with it. It is cockatrice venom, so it's just gonna add a little extra kind of spice at the end, just a little something to heat it up.
That's pinging, obviously, right? For me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's poison, though. So, like,
Well, so is alcohol.
that's true.
Actually,
Is
it's
it?
a really fair point.
Does it feel like? I mean, I've probably eaten some weird shit. Does it
This
feel
is
like
perfect. I slam it.
You slam it.
Well,
Slowly.
there you go.
Oh, he did it. All right.
Well,
Those will be interesting.
How's it feel? How do you feel? Is it working?
You roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
TPK by drink.
Yeah.
But really.
That's not right.
He's the only one drinking.
Would you like something to drink?
It's a 6.
It's a 6. So as you throw this back, you feel it's, it's not like actually getting hit with full-on venom or anything, but the burning of the alcohol is severely intensified, as well as you feel this kind of almost, it's hard to describe. It's like the whole of your esophagus basically has just tensed up into this kind of almost like there's a layer or a film of kind of calcification going all the way down to your stomach there.
Excellent.
It's got a great extra taste to it, like a real spicy kind of burn going on, but it takes you a second to kind of, you shake your head, and as you shake your head, you can feel like this layer kind of like break into little pieces and fall down into the interior of your stomach.
That looks like a glass of just handled a bunch of Scotch bonnets and forgot to wash your hands before having a piss.
Honestly, it's...
Yes. An excellent name.
I'm starting to pick up what
Keep
you're putting
Nolan
down
alive.
there.
Nolan has to live. That's the one rule.
Oh yes,
It's
of course,
true.
it's my pleasure.
Gotta keep him alive.
Do you feel drunk? Did it
I
work?
feel alive.
Could I have some?
Absolutely.
As long as you go
insane. I
a
like
little
your
easier
spirit.
than he did. All right, here you go. Oh, that's good stuff. Here, and she goes.
I'll just drink it straight.
You scare me. That's not a good idea. We're gonna put it in something else, but it'll taste just like it, just a little bit less kill you-y. And she grabs the bottle of clear alcohol, pours it in there, and pours a drop of the cockatrice venom in there. That's plenty. You'll definitely feel it.
Throw back.
Oh, okay. Constitution saving throw.
It looked fun.
Episode 1.
I'm ready to apply medicine.
Is Constitution saving?
Yep.
8.
8.
Oh boy.
So, again, it is like you drink it down, and there's this sort of layer that comes down across your throat. It does have a really nice extra kick to it, but this layer kind of... And you kind of have
Just kind
to...
of give her a pat on the back. Come on.
So as Saris does this, you feel this kind of... as various kind of this calcification down your throat breaks off and tumbles down into your stomach. It is a very disorienting feeling, but you take a breath in and it's like the most fresh sea air you've ever experienced.
Woo! Oh my stars and garters, that is great.
Bracing, is it not?
Oh my goodness, I feel so alive.
All right, you're shelling me on this. I just slosh over my plastic.
Okay.
When you're whirling, I don't want to put you out or anything.
Why not? It's a party.
Consider it in the interest of sex.
I'm Rosa, by the way.
Rosa?
Rosa.
Hi,
Nice to
Rosa.
meet you, Rosa.
Thank you so much.
This was the halfling woman, right?
This is the halfling. Yes, I'm Rosa. And let's see.
How you got it?
You distill this yourself?
1 second. I'm Rosa, and that's Pecorino over there. He is...
I'm sorry, I thought you. What was his name? Because I thought you said something. Woo! What was his name?
His name is Pecorino.
I can't. Oh, fuck
And we
me.
really shouldn't be making fun. I mean, he's very proud of it. It's
I bet he is.
he says it's his stage name.
I bet he is.
I don't know his normal name, but that's who he goes by.
I
So
should have
I'm
guessed.
calling
Look
him
at him. Of course, his name's fucking Becker.
very proud of it.
It's very cultured.
Becker, is he?
Yeah. I bet he's got cultures all over it.
It might sound a bit nutty.
Very proud of his pecker, is he?
Is it?
Oh, shit. Well, this is really, truly the best day.
All right. Well, here you go. And she does the same for you. Pours a little drop of the cockatrice venom into it.
Don't worry, I'll be a little bit more sparing than these two. I kind of take a sniff, and I take a sip, and I do like this slow siggy soggy, and I just go. And just slowly put back. Constitution save?
Yep. Constitution save.
Come on, be good to me.
Okay, that's not bad. 14.
14. So as you drink it, you're pretty used to some pretty tough stuff, especially where you came from and spent some time. And throwing this one back, it is almost like it hits your throat and your esophagus, and it's just sort of tumbling off. This kind of almost just relieving sense of exfoliation almost, as it tumbles down and takes just the top layer off of it. Seems to pull out all of this yuck that you didn't even know you had, and it falls down in your stomach, and you're,
Oh, that's a lot of trail dust got brushed off there. You make that yourself?
oh no, I killed the thing.
Or you just stole it then, Art?
You can see that her bracelet has a cockatrice hanging off of it.
I was gonna ask that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Respect.
Well, it's nothing too special anyway.
Check this shit out.
What is that?
Manticore.
What is that?
That's what we killed.
Wait, manticores. I've always wanted to get a hold of one of their spikes. I think you could make some amazing needles out of it.
Oh, we didn't spikes.
No, we didn't grab any of those.
We got the
Absolutely
paws, we
amazing.
got the blood, we
Give
got
away the
the
paws.
pelt.
Hey, privately, how much of that venom did you give me for a bucket of manticore blood?
We also got some tanned hides.
Just carry around a bucket.
I do actually.
I got a bucket of chicken.
Try making
comes
a
in
blood
buckets.
pudding.
Yeah. Well, helmets actually.
Trade
Okay.
for trade.
Yes. And she holds the.
Count for
It's currently about 3/4 full of venom. But you hand over the what once was
Can I make
guard
a,
helmet of
How old
manticore.
is it?
It's like a week.
At
about
this
8
point,
years.
you've gotten it into like a jug and sealed it, and
Okay.
she kind of takes a look. It looks to be remarkably well preserved. There are magical components to manticore blood, and that does seem to prevent spoilage there.
Coagulation.
Oh, and this was something I wanted to point out. On our journey out here, we would have been tanning the hides that
Okay.
we got.
Beautiful.
What was it?
With 2 yards.
2 yards.
Okay, you now have 2 tanned manticore hides. I
All
want to
right.
see what Edwin's doing at this point during all this.
Looking for water or fruit juice and building myself a sandwich with pastries and meat.
A sandwich of pastries and meat. Yeah, you find some water and fruit juice, no problem. Which one are you taking? Just one of each, like with a goblet in each, and
I will take the fruit juice and 2 pastries with meat filling. So just regular pastries, fruit filling, whatever kind. Stuff that's
Okay.
not made anyway.
yeah. So you managed to get a couple of raspberry tarts there. You slap some cured meats between them, kind of piling it high. A couple slices of cheese in there. Yep, and you kind of take a bite. It's unorthodox, but pretty delicious overall. It's got that sweet savory thing going on there, and goes down real good with the fruit juice. As you're kind of looking around there, you see the large half-orcish individual also down over by the fruit juice, just gently sipping off of it with this look of quiet contemplation as he gazes out over the lake as you approach, and he's currently got the fruit juice jug.
Good morrow, sir.
Oh, hello.
I see you too enjoy the fruit juice.
Indeed. makes me feel good. Better than alcohol. That is fiery.
Headache in a jar.
Yes. Does not feel good. I prefer to think clearly. In all things, where are you from?
Another place.
I am from another place too. I think everyone here is from another place.
I meant another world.
What other world?
I'm from the Feywild.
Oh. Then you can sparkle real good.
Not exactly.
What do you do then, if you do not
As little as
sparkle?
possible.
You know stillness. You know the wisdom of quiet.
I'm lazy.
That is less good. But if lazy in the right way may be good.
Have you tried the sandwiches? They're very good.
That is different. May I try? He takes it and takes just the... He's this giant individual, but he takes like the daintiest little... It looks like almost a halfling bite out of it, and he chews very slowly. That is different too.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you. Anyway, I must go back to my friend. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Indeed. I'm Edwin, by the way.
I am Tarb.
Nice to meet you, Hal.
Yes, it was good to meet you too.
Back over to Kaz.
All right. He wasn't as sparkly as I thought he would be. You head back over to Kaz. Kaz, what are you doing at this point?
I want to find a light wine and kind of get a small glass of it and just slowly nurse it. And as I'm nursing it, I'm enjoying the new company, but I'm keeping an eye on the group as a whole, as like everybody around us, especially that individual that looks non-organic, as you've put. The cloaked figure that's walking funny.
So you're getting. Go ahead and roll a perception check real quick.
Oh, that's an 8, right? Yeah, it's an 8. That's gonna be a 9.
All right. You can see as the large hulking individual kind of the deck creaks under their weight as they approach the dark elven woman who is currently over by one side there, seemingly loading up on a salad, sort of slicing off pieces of chicken, putting it on there as well, and drinking as well what appears to be a light wine. And are you trying to approach them or just kind of watching?
I'm just keeping an eye because I'm quite curious. Does he ever eat or drink or anything like that?
So as you watch, the dark elven woman turns towards him. All right, Rusty, are you sure you don't want any? This is really, really good. Sure? You can see this kind of as the hood shakes from side to side. All right, well, if you change your mind, just come on over. I've got something really great here, all right? You see how you take the punch here and you add just a little bit of this cucumber here. You put it in there and you mix it all up. It gets really, really tasty. You sure? It's gonna be great. No? Okay, fine. Anyway, and she reaches up and kind of straightens his cloak. You can see the barest glint of what appears to be a bronze metallic kind of exoskeleton as she adjusts the hood and then pulls it down closer again and kind of hides it.
Would I be aware of this race of individual from player to character knowledge?
Arcana check, actually.
Okay. Oh my god.
No.
One. You have no idea. I mean, you've heard of some weird stuff being tinkered with, but this is like, what? Is this armor? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Does he actually creak when he shakes his head?
A little bit, like only because Kaz is close, he can hear it. Kaz, you can hear this kind of. As you're approaching Edlin, you also see Kaz sidling up towards the cloaked individual and the dark elf.
Just trying to eavesdrop, essentially, just because I've never seen an individual like this before. It's very interesting. I'm really interested to see what this is, essentially. But I don't want to engage in conversation, essentially.
Okay, you're just kind of observing. Good, good. Desmond, what are you doing, Desmond?
I am having my bourbon
Okay.
and observing people, and also trying to. Does Pecorino play with a plectrum or anything? That's a pick.
He seems to use his nails. He's got these long claws. You've seen Dragonborns rarely before. They're not common, but they are around.
Alright.
And they all have these kind of long talons coming out there that he's using as sort of a natural pick for his harping there.
All right, so I guess I'm going to slowly sip my bourbon and casually watch for a moment where I can go up to his instrument and use my magical tinkering on it.
He's got it pretty close there.
Oh, that's what I'm watching for. I don't know if it'll happen.
He doesn't seem to ever really put it down. He is pretty well attached to this thing, and as he's going along, you can hear him kind of, "Ooh, and the tarts were made into farts as we approached the pier." This kind of just under his voice here, under his breath, composition of various ditties and songs and whatnot. All of them kind of with this blatantly almost farcical vibe to them. Everything seems to just turn into either a fart joke or some kind of crude allusion there, or an innuendo in all of his work.
All right. Well, I guess to distract myself while I'm sipping on the bourbon and watching this I will be taking whatever utensils and plates and napkins and whatever's around and start building sculptures with them.
Okay. Sure. Roll a tinkering check.
Desmond
Are
should
you
never
proficient with napkins?
Oh no, it's 15 plus some bonuses.
Stuff.
I guess tinkering would be proficiency plus my intelligence, right? So, it's 21.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, over time, with various foldings and whatnot, as nobody's kind of also looking over every so often at this gross misuse of resources, you end up creating a large tower of various folded cloth napkins, held up with an interior structure of glassware that you've assembled, until eventually you have a large architectural achievement before you, draped in cloth and resembling a little bit of a kind of tall watchtower.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm just waiting until I find out what we're here for.
Yeah. Incidentally,
Is there anyone here not wearing a bracelet?
perception check.
How many people are on this boat? Rough number count. As
So
I'm just,
currently you can
standing.
see there are 19 people currently aboard this boat. That you can actually 20 including Frednick.
Okay.
12. You can see everyone but Frednick appears to be wearing a bracelet. Incidentally, Frednick is going to turn and come back towards all of you. All right then. Thank you again for gathering here, everybody. I know it was a little bit out of your ways, but we're about to begin. So if everyone could sort of calm down a little bit. Hey, I'm looking at you, Pecorino. And Pecorino kind of pauses. Fine.
Down.
And calm it down, Pecorino. And all right, thank you. And presenting me master. And he's going to go back towards the main cabin door, pull it open with a creak, and you see a figure beginning to emerge from the darkness within. It's not really dark so much as candle lit, which casts his face into kind of this sidelong relief there. A short individual, seemingly probably about 5'6", 5'7", and as they emerge into the light, you can see very youthful, probably only about 16 years old, dark skin, and this deep indigo hair that's been pulled back into a series of tight braids that hug close to his scalp. He's dressed in these very opulent maroon, attire, a sort of tunic and these well-fitted pants with semi-precious and precious stones dotting all over the exterior there. These series of rings and bracelets going up his arms as well. And as he comes out into the main deck area, how's that? Well, hello everybody. My name is Tiarna, and it is an absolute pleasure to make your acquaintances. Now, I am certain you all have many questions for me, but before we begin, I wish to tell you a little bit about me. I am an observer, I am a sponsor, and I have interest in all of your quests, all of your life paths that have led you to this moment. I'm sure you all have noticed the rather strange circumstances of your invitations, and I confess it was a little bit of an act, a little bit of a spectacle to get your attention.
I told you.
In order that you all might arrive here and partake in this festivity and hear what I have to say. So,
Hold up, camera down. The DM camera seems to be going black.
Cool.
Is it plugged in?
It is.
all right, everybody. And before we begin, I think we're all going to go ahead and take a very quick break so that everyone go and use the restroom and get another drink if you like, while we take care of some technical difficulties. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Just a quick recap of where we left off. Our party of adventurers is on a ship attending a celebration arranged by an individual named Tiarna, using his associate Frednick Summerwald as a liaison for assembling everybody here. There are 19 guests at this party here of varying races and classes and whatnot, all with seemingly their own sort of agendas and backgrounds and everything. This is the first time that our party has officially been all together, and they are hearing their reason for being assembled here from And so, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and roll on in. Yes. So, as I was saying, you've all been assembled here because you each possess a path that is a bit asynchronous from what the rest of your cultures and backgrounds may have given you. Things haven't lined up exactly correctly for you. Some mishap may have occurred. Some character quirk made you not fit in with the standard lifestyle that may have been prescribed to you. And though these may seem to be faults at some level, they are in fact virtues. They set you apart. They put you on your own path, your own trajectory, which has the possibility to be taken in many, many directions. You are each harboring great potential within you. Great diversity, great opportunity awaits you, should you make the decisions to lead you into those moments, into those paths. Of course, likewise, misfortune may befall you. We do not know for certain what heights you may reach, only that you are capable of reaching said heights. Now, it is in my interest to see you all developed, to see you all grow. And in the spirit of that, you have each received a gift. Look to your wrists. You see the circlet encircling each of your wrists there at some level. Some of you may have put it on, some of you may have not. It doesn't seem to bother him whether you have or not, though. And he continues, these circlets are each a record. They are a testament to your victories, to your conquest, to those things that have defined your legacy. And over time, should you assemble enough charms, those circlets will become your new tool, your new weapon, your new asset, a magical item which I have placed away for you each specifically. Now, unfortunately, I cannot tell you the mechanism by which I've done this. Only know that once you have assembled enough charms, you will find your reward. You will find that tool which will help you to achieve your potential. Do you have any questions? He looks around at the gathered group here.
How you going?
Hello.
That was the
Desmond.
question. Yeah?
Yeah, how you going?
Forward.
I like that.
Good answer.
I do have a question. Why? Why have you gone to all this trouble to do this?
How much do you know about history?
I know a bit. I've studied it here and there.
And what do you know of the age of Danu?
A bit. Unless you want me to make a roll.
I suppose it would be in our best interest to make sure everybody is on the same page. For those of you who perhaps have not heard the old legends, 4,000 years ago, there was a great and terrible conflict that nearly destroyed all of Anor. As you all know, we exist within the world of Lorthwinter, a place of warring elements in which the 4 great elemental realms are colliding at various points in a medley, in a stew of conflict and turbulence. Now, most of Lorthwinter is uninhabitable, even by the elementals. It is far too intense, too dramatic, too heavy for life to develop within the deep elemental planes. However, where they meet, those places where all 4 converge, there are momentary sparks. There is a neutrality that is established. A location known as a Cala, in which the elements combine and create opportunities for life and for development and culture to grow. Anor is one such Cala. It is a place of great culture, of great diversity, a place of magic and nature, and one of many such places all throughout Lorthwinter, though far dispersed amongst the elements. And you can actually see the gnomish individual starting to mutter under his breath and begin to take notes quickly in his book. However, these Kalas are inherently unstable. They are born out of a neutralization of the elements. As each one collides and is equally paralleled by another, they are dispersed, twisted, turned into more subtle forms of nature. However, each of the planes is still pressing upon the others, attempting to wrest control, to push into the Kala and expand its domain. This is not something that is conscious, it is simply an act of nature. Anor has been around far longer than most other Kalas that we know of, though we know of very few. Anor has existed for many, many millennia and has gone through many cycles of turbulent shift between the planes. The latest was 4,000 years ago during the age of Danu. Danu was an organizer, a leader, a visionary that saw a path forward for Anor that did not end in strife and calamity as life here had so many times before. She united the heroes of the old world, the disparate tribes and civilizations that had existed for centuries up to that point. She united them in a single front to push back the invasion of the elements by their primordial champions known as the Fomorians, the deep giants, the only beings capable of traversing the deep elemental planes and moving between Kalas. It is these Fomorians that have brought about the end of many Kalas and have brought about the end of civilization and life on Anor countless times before. And only now, only then, 4,000 years ago were they defeated by the Tuatha De Danann, the people of Danu, who she united in a single front to throw them back into the domains from whence they came. And, unfortunately, they will return. As all things in nature do, time and time again, the Fomorians cannot be forever destroyed, any more than the elemental planes themselves can be forever destroyed. They are part of this. But Anor is not ready. Anor is not united as it once was. Each of you comes from a different part of this land. Each of you has seen the strife and the turmoil that is brewing within the great cities, the four civilizations that vie for power and compete with one another on political battlefields, unaware of what is coming out of those deep worlds beyond our vision and our influence. And they are not listening. They are not preparing. And so I have taken matters into my own hands, and I have found those who may have the potential to rise to the greatness that the Tuatha once did. And each of you harbors that spark within you. You are, of course, a medley bunch, and there is only so much I can do for you. But it is my role, my objective, to send you on your way and prepare you for what is to come. However, I think perhaps this may not be enough to instill in you the urgency of what you are about to face. I am sorry, but be strong and survive, please. And with that, he steps back and takes hold of a small amber brooch at his neck and twirls it. And it seems to spin on an axis within it, some kind of bearing that causes it to spin and turn and start to glow in a emanating light that begins to move out from him. You all are taken aback as all at once things go quiet. There's this sudden silence around you as where there once were waves, where there once were the sound of gulls, people on the docks cheering and playing, you see suddenly silence descend. The boat drifts away from the moor and comes out into the center of the lake over time as clouds begin to race overhead in this fast motion here. You can see rain squalls, sunny days, seasons passing in mere moments and flashes above you. It's rather disorienting as it seems like everything is moving almost too quickly. And as it goes, as days flicker into night and night flickers into day, you can see a rising fog beginning to come from the west. Out beyond the sea, out where the horizon meets the ocean, you can see this billowing, this growth in the distance, and you hear a sort of distant emanation of thunder beginning to rumble out of the land of Moon. Waves begin to chop up and lap at the sides of the boat that you're now drifting away from, or you're now drifting away from the docks. You can see this turbulent storm beginning to move in, and the water itself beginning to lap up in strange, unorthodox fashions, ways in which liquid is not meant to move. It's kind of almost reaching up this grasping effect before the water is pulled back in. And as you watch, lightning begins to come down closer and closer. Bolts strike the ground. The cloud layer descends above you until it is barely what seems to be 50 feet above your heads. And looking out into the ocean, you see a bulging, a strange shape beginning to grow as something not within the ocean, but of the ocean itself begins to rise up. And even from this distance, you can see a vast silhouette lumping up, bulging, growing, ever larger and greater until a strange watery conglomeration, a colossus, begins to move. A large watery appendage come out, and steps onto the shore. Another step. As this being begins to step and move along into the land of Anor, moving eastward towards your direction, all around you can see the water beginning to squirm and writhe, moving up out of once calm riverbeds and lakes and beginning to climb out of its bed, moving out away from where the water once lay. Around you, you begin to see the water itself begin to churn and climb, and in the same sort of fashion begin to take on its own life. And as the creature comes ever closer, you can see beings beginning to form out of the water around you. And if you're going to give me 1 second here, I'm about to go grab something really quick.
Can I cast Mage Armor as I see this all starting to happen?
Yeah, go ahead and do your preparatory spells. If you see this coming, go ahead and prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Incidentally, looking around, you are the only 7 on the boat.
Oh, my
Okay. One creature coming out?
You see an enormous creature in the distance. However, you see many other creatures begin to climb out of the water themselves, given life and animation by what seems to be the coming of this distant colossus.
Many of them, though.
Yes, several of them.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell, but I'll do it in a second.
Okay, so give me 1 second, and we're about to bust out something pretty cool.
Do you need help?
I think I got it.
Okay.
So fucking ready.
This should be fun.
Why are we listening to a 16-year-old? How does he have the ability to get a whole boat and
I think he just said that he was young, not that he was 16.
You said 16.
16.
He said he looked like.
look
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
true.
16?
That is very specific wording.
Oh, yeah!
What?
That's awesome.
What? Okay.
Oh, God. I love it.
There you go.
Okay, I think the big thing is it's going to need to be angled just up slightly and
Up slightly.
more along the...
Party boat.
Wait. Can we get some stuff to, like...
Yeah, I think that would be basically perfect.
I'll be right. Okay.
Stack of books.
Okay, and we're gonna position everybody here.
Circle thing. We can move the camera all the
There's
we have
there's a
something
book there.
under
Under
We get the water charge.
there's the D&D books here too.
we have this
There you go.
Well, we actually have the combat tiers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We might need the combat
let's do
tiers.
that.
Yeah.
I think I figured out why he was asking if
There
you
we
could fly.
go. How's that?
Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, Can we
What's that?
turn the boat so it's
Yeah.
from the side angle?
Now I can't see shit.
Like that?
Actually,
okay.
can it be reversed so the stern is not, like, totally blocking our side of the table from seeing?
That's fair.
Yeah.
So we go like
Something like
that.
that's probably good. Yeah.
Block the DM.
I think.
A little bit more for the camera angle.
Completely all the way around.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I think that'll have to do.
That'll have to do. That's it.
Flip it all the way. We can do this.
No, well then I can't reach it.
Oh.
So I need to adjust. I need to be able to adjust things.
All right.
Okay, here we go. And big thank you to Bridget Nolan, by the way, for making this happen.
guys made
Holy
this?
moly. This is totally
Nice
on them.
job.
That's why I didn't want to be rude, but y'all need to stay out of the back room. So,
That's so legit.
okay, so we got.
Did you see the bow ornament?
I used.
Yeah. It's got
I cast Mage Armor on myself, and with my bonus action, I
It's a
converted
chubby
my
chef
sorcerer
with a-
points into a
with a
first
pan
level
and
spell.
For the boy in
Okay.
galley.
So I have all my spells, but no sorcerer points.
Okay. Very good, very good. Who am I missing here?
Brings up
I
my
got.
man.
Okay, got Kaz coming in as well.
I gotta finish painting them. I didn't have the right. paints for it.
Excellent. I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Also,
That's
thanks to the guy on Thingiverse who made that available. I think we are gonna add the link in the description below.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, big
So-
time.
The
Big
guy made
thanks
this
to
on
that guy.
Thingiverse, minus the bow ornament and a couple other additions. Top notch.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Scooch this guy around.
Yeah, go ahead and make the adjustments there, Angus.
Ace
Guessing
director
you'd like a
Angus.
initiative roll?
All right, yeah, and as you see several figures begin to bulge out of the water, I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative.
And I'm clutching the feather as soon as I see them coming out, and I'm just my eyes blazing red, just saying, I snap my fingers and I cut into my own thumb a little bit, and a drop of blood falls onto the deck and just sort of wisps up. And with my eyes glowing, I just say, "Tortil fire them!"
Okay.
And I cast Bane on 3 of them, the 3 biggest looking ones that I can see.
Okay, so just give me 1 second
Yeah.
here. So real quick, shout out to Techwin, who made this awesome STL here for this boat.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you see as several figures leap on board the ship, bulging out of the water and landing nearby. These are beings comprised out of what appear to be pure water that have entered and are kind of swirling in this aqueous form all the way up and around. In addition, you see several other figures bulge out of the water, these ones with long arms and appendages coming out from their sides there. If I can get around there. Oh boy. And rolling into initiative here. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. So 25 to 20.
21.
21 for Desmond. All right.
Yes.
20 to 15.
15.
17 for Edlin, 15 for Penny.
Get it, girl.
15 to 10.
13.
13.
Hey.
Oh boy. Oh no way. Okay.
What's-
Dexterity scores.
13.
13.
Jeez.
6.
Great. Okay. So.
Yeah, sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Go ahead and roll off there.
I can roll the 19 on the die.
Okay, I rolled a 6. You're good.
Okay, cool. So, yeah.
Okay. So we're going. Hillary. Not Hillary. Just kidding.
7, but
Going
it's
Kaz.
It's the same.
Nobody. And
Miss the old character?
Jeez.
Oh no, really?
So.
Ooh, yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
like to hear that.
Okay, and let's see. And then 10 to 5?
10.
10? Okay, perfect. All right, and I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's everybody.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's everybody. Okay, so first up is going to be Desmond.
All right. I will go ahead and. Where am I at up there? I'm up there by the.
By the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to kind of. I'm going to move up the stairs a tiny bit and get a step or 2 up the stairs so I can see up over the top of people.
Okay, well, we can't really set people on the stairs, so you can kind of go.
Oh, that's
no, just
Kaz.
kidding, Kaz. Desmond.
I'm gonna go the
Yeah.
same way too.
So
But
you kind
that's-
of get up there.
Yeah, I'm not going to go all the way to the top, but if that's where I'm
Well,
at,
I
that's
can't
fine.
really put you on the stairs there, unfortunately.
no problem.
So
Yeah.
from there, I'm going to go ahead and shoot one of these guys with my crossbow.
Okay, shoot one of those guys with a crossbow. Roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Yeah, that's how we started.
And off to a strong start there. So that's we're gonna go with this guy over here.
It's because you
Okay.
used the green and gold die.
That's right.
Okay. How much what are we doing for damage there?
7, 14, 17 damage.
17 damage. So as the bolt strikes into this thing, you can see it seems to kind of sink in. It takes off a chunk of water, but it does not seem to have as much purchase as you would expect, given unfortunately its aqueous form there. So you deal a 9 points of damage.
All right. No, look! I hit it!
We did the thing! Woo!
Excellent shot.
God,
Okay.
he's so good looking.
Oh, I see where I'm at.
Okay, next up, any movement or bonus action there?
I will bonus action Sanctuary.
Okay, Sanctuary, beautiful. Edlin.
I will go 30 feet towards the stern castle as high up there as I can get it on the other side from here.
Okay,
I have
so
30 feet of movement. If I can get all the way to the top, I will go top center.
yep, you can get all the way to the top. 5, 15. I'll say you can get up to about here. Between moving up the stairs and also getting
I'll
through
go
some
with the
people.
other one.
Okay, shooting at the other one. Okay, roll to hit.
And that will be a 15.
15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that will be 9.
9 points of damage. Okay, so as the arrow strikes in again, it seems to not do quite as much as you would expect it to, but you do some damage for sure. Okay.
And the arrows have stone tips, not metal.
Okay, sounds good. So 9 points to 5. Okay, sounds good. That brings us any bonus action there, Edlin?
No.
Okay. Penny.
All right, I'll use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh, and as I do that, you'll see my back tattoo starts glowing this vibrant green, and kind of vines go out around my staff, and I'm going to use my movement to run up to the closest
Up to
guy.
here?
Yep. And I'm going to try to smack him.
Okay, roll to hit. Roll to smack. Ow!
Okay, 17.
17 will hit. Roll damage.
5.
5 points of damage. So this one, unlike the others, seems to connect with a lot more force. This greenish energy spiderwebs out from where the impact site is, and it seems to reel sideways a little bit as this strike seems to make full connection with it. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, any bonus action, Penny?
I already did that to
Oh
cast
yeah, for Shillelagh. Yep. Okay, so that brings us to Kaz.
Yes. Can I get up the stairs right next to my elven friend? Just
Yep.
to her, just to the left.
Let's see.
I got 30 feet.
10. So we'll call this 20, and we'll say you can get about there.
All right.
Okay.
And then the one that's right next to Penny, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost, the one next to Penny. Very good.
14.
14 will hit.
Oh,
They're pretty thick. They are big boys.
1 point of cold damage.
1 point of cold damage.
And
So-
its speed is reduced by 10, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Well, incidentally, in addition to the 10 movement speed that you already would take away from it, as it strikes in, its form seems to as ice moves up from the base of its body and begins to kind of take over a large part of its torso. It seems to kind of jerk itself, unable to move properly through this icy cocoon.
And he's just aiming with his ring, and he's just like a fire extinguisher, just.
Okay. Straight up super soakering that
Exactly.
guy. Very good.
I'm gonna get this one.
Okay, that brings us to Nobody.
Nobody has no idea what's going on, but he does want to hit stuff, so he's gonna run up.
It's understandable.
Where'd he go?
I don't think I've got you actually on there. Whoops, there we go. I missed him. He was hiding behind something else.
He's gonna
Nobody
run
is
up
nobody.
to the one near Penny.
Up here? Okay, I'll say you can get around the other side of Penny here. But
But
there is kind of a hole in the deck there where it goes down below deck, so you can't really stand there.
Okay. The grates aren't strong enough to stand on.
The grate is. You can stand on the grate, but there's like literally just a shaft down below deck there.
Oh,
that,
where the thing, like an open hatch.
Yeah, like a, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna smack it.
Okay, roll to smack.
Not bad. That's 15 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage. Nice. Strong starts all around.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, half to 5. As you bring the sword around and carve away a piece of its watery surface there, it sort of reforms pretty quickly, but you can see the liquid flying off of it and kind of tumbling down and below deck. Any bonus action there?
No.
Okay. That brings us to Helry.
Good. So quick question: Did I have like a preparatory spell, like that preemptive spell before combat actually started?
When you were
Bane.
preparing it, I'll say Yeah, we'll say you can go ahead and throw that out there.
Okay, so then 3 of them, those 2 and the one on my side of the ship need to make charisma saving throws.
Cool. And Bane isn't like an AoE, it's just you can just target up to
3
3
individuals,
creatures.
yeah.
Jeez, so good.
It's the opposite of bless.
Right.
Yeah.
Charisma
Right.
13.
Okay. For this one, and the one near you, or the one on the other side?
Near me.
Okay,
I figure I can't
cool.
see the other one.
Charisma 13? Okay. But they're so charismatic. All right.
You know, water things.
That's
Speak
failure. That's failure. That's a failure. Okay.
I don't know if you have the condition markers, but Bridget and Nolan also printed 3 Bane things.
yeah.
I do.
Hey, they're in there. They should be near the top left.
Wow. Okay. Medic. You know what?
I also planted
took
a trap
1
in the
point of
box.
damage.
I forgot to say that. I'm sorry.
Take 1d1 damage.
And then it's also
Yeah.
a concentration
Nice.
And then I am concentrating, yeah.
on that one.
Okay, that is a concentration spell. As this, and you. So is it again with the raven feather there? So you kind of stroke the feather there, mumble under your breath, and you feel this kind of cold air move over you. Maybe there it is. Like that.
Not quite.
We can get it.
Get it around his
Yeah,
hands.
yeah,
There it is. Got him.
Professionals. We
There
got
we
this.
Like a towel or something. Anyway, so the you see this kind of descent over them. What was already cold water seems to almost gelatinize under it. There's this sort of grayish tinge that enters into it, almost like stagnant pond water as this curse descends over them.
That sounds right. Can I reach that one?
The one, which one? This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, you run right up to it. You can
All right.
definitely reach it.
Get ready to die, shit stain! Ah!
And just go straight in for it.
All right.
Good thing we bought that thing.
So,
Might have clipped it anyways.
Yeah.
that is a 13 to hit, but it is now a 23.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Okay,
I know exactly what you're
okay.
doing
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is going to be 7 damage.
7 damage, and your war hammer, right?
No, great axe.
Or great axe. That's the
Yeah,
one.
slashing.
Right. Nope. Wrong one. So many large boys here.
That's right.
Such big. And then I'm gonna bonus action hit it again. Ah!
Okay. So you said 7 points of damage. We got another natural 20.
We got a natural 20.
Oh boy. Okay.
These creatures do not appear to be natural 20 proof.
Roll
raise.
Oh boy.
I don't like this die. You fuck you. Fuck you.
Okay,
Freeze frame,
and
the audience
same rules
claps.
as
Of course, this
normal.
chimes
If
in.
you roll natural 20, you take maximum damage on the
Oh,
take
okay.
maximum roll, and
Okay.
then you roll on top of that.
So then it's going to be
A 12 plus a...
1, 2, 3, 4. So, okay, so it was the 1, unfortunately. So 12, 13,
18 damage.
18 damage on the next strike. As the axe comes across and cleaves, you momentarily see the top half separated from the bottom half, where it starts to tumble downwards, and then the water forms up around it there. Definitely seems to have thrown it for a loop there. Very good, very good. That will end Helry's turn. That is going to bring us to the elementals here. So, first one, none too pleased about this large lady that just took a swing at it, is going to take a smashing attack. Its first slam attack down at Helry. All right, minus 1d4, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, first attack comes down. You quickly batter it aside with your forearm there. It slams into the deck. Second attack comes down.
Oh, yeah, multi-attack.
And that is going to be a
Mine-
20. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That hits?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And that is going to be 8.
Oh, that's really smart.
That's going to be 10 points of thunder damage as this arm comes down with a calamitous smash upon your torso.
And I lose concentration.
Okay. The bane dissipates off of the various elementals. They go back to being this kind of natural lake water look as opposed to the swamp watery demeanor. Next one is going to take a smashing attack down at Penny Lynn, not appreciating that greenish energy strike she just pulled.
Like
And
a shillelagh.
first attack, you quickly dodge to the side of as it swoops over the top of your head. Second attack is also going to miss. Okay, it's going well for me so far.
Everyone
as
else
you-
is so tall, they just go over my head.
You know, they're primed for at least like 7 foot minimum, you know?
Right?
Party. Yeah, they're just already lining themselves
Are
up.
you saying they're ready for a prime ordeal?
Oh, boy. And it is, however, going to flow across and stand in Penny Lynn's space here.
Oh.
As you duck away from it, it just kind of and goes over the top of you. It's this very confusing, disorienting feeling as suddenly you're kind of choking for breath inside of its body there. That ends its turn though, and that brings us to Saurus.
Saurus, as soon as this all started going down, he just stands up, grabs his warhammer, and he looks at Arm and he goes, "What the hell are you playing? You know what? We're gonna talk later."
I don't think he's still here.
We're the only
Oh, did you just
seven.
poof out?
Alma's gone. Alma's
Oh,
gone
okay,
as are
okay.
every other member of the.
It's
of
just
the
us on a boat.
What the hell was he playing at? All right,
Still say it to where he was.
what the? Never mind. And I just go, all right, calm. And I go into my trance.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm just gonna go,
Rage.
all right. And I'm gonna look at the one that's grabbing Penny. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's not good. I'm gonna just rush in and I'm gonna try and yank her out of there.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
All right. And I believe advantage on that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're in trance.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, yeah, I'll take the 19. Athletics, 25.
Okay, yeah, you pull her right out, diving your hand in. Penny, you feel this very strong, large grip just clamp down, and you're pulled right back out, back into the fresh air there. Standing
And it's dead.
And it's dead. Yeah, it's now done. No more.
Sprung a leak.
Okay.
Catch your breath. And that should be my turn.
Okay, beautiful. That brings us to these guys' turn. He's going to kind of come over here. Desmond, you see as a large, long appendage up over the edge. And
Wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw, you're right. And it's going to fail. It kind of comes up and goes back. Oh, boy. And it's going to kind of come back towards center here. This other one over here is going to come around alongside Helry and is going to do the same deal. No wisdom saving throw.
No.
And is going to roll a 17 to hit.
That hits.
That hits. All right, so that is going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Helry goes down.
Helry falls unconscious as she is yanked overboard into the lake. off to the
Oh,
side.
okay.
Okay, that ends their turn. Brings us around to Desmond.
All right. So on create bonfire, it says create a bonfire on the ground. Can I target the surface of the sea or the lake?
On the ground, I'm gonna say no. That's like blatantly two elements that are gonna cancel each other out.
Okay.
So you can create it on the surface of the boat. You can create it on like stone, but in terms of creating it on water, I'm gonna call that won't work.
That's what I was wondering. So I'm going to. How far away is the mast?
The mast from you is about 15 or 20, 15 feet away.
15 feet? Okay. All right. In that case, I will, I'll kind of run back down the steps and peer over the edge to see if I can see where Helry went.
Okay, sounds good. Why? That's the problem here. That's why I'm confused.
What is that?
Nothing. So you run down and you go
No,
over the edge.
Well,
That's 10.
oh, okay.
Nope, I got a mistake. I forgot. One player has two minis. So that's 10, 20, 30. That's about as far as you can get in this round.
Do I see anything over the edge at all? Or?
From your angle, unfortunately, no. You're kind of just looking down. You can see the deck, but you can't see like down into the water on the side of the boat.
All right. Well, with that
Unless
in
you
mind,
want to dash.
I do not want to. With that in mind, I will go ahead and
An excellent plan.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been hit so far?
Pretty much just me.
Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I thought. So
Yeah.
I will. I'll go ahead and create bonfire underneath the one everybody's been hitting already.
Okay, this guy right here. So
Yeah.
you're putting a bonfire down right under his face.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Here. Actually, we'll use this. We'll use this one. So he's gonna go ahead and make his dex save. Put the fire down here, and we'll just sort of put it off to the side just for now, since he's standing in it.
It's a concentration spell. I'm intending to not hold on to it for the sake of not burning the boat.
Okay. That is failure.
A failure? Okay. So
Go ahead and roll damage.
3 fire damage.
3 fire damage, and as this fire kicks up, this creature standing in it, the fire and the water seem to conflict for a second before there's this kind of bubbling within it, this gaseous sort of as its form attempts to condense the steam in, but is unable to hold it as there's this detonation within its form. 3 points of fire damage to that boy.
Aside from the obvious destruction aside from the obvious damage, it looks like it was more effective than my crossbow bolt.
Definitely more effective than your crossbow bolt.
Okay.
It seems that these elements and more magical attacks are more effective.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for your turn, Desmond? Do you have a bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. That brings us to Edlin.
Longbow. Shooting at the one that just pulled Hillary into the water.
Okay. Let me speak.
Shooting at the one that just pulled Hillary into the water with my longbow.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that will be a 16 to hit.
Okay. So you go ahead and take a shot that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Five.
Oh, wait, that's not.
This one.
That's a 1 and 1 and my +3.
So 5 points coming in as the arrow streaks in and carves off a piece of this creature. That is a hit, but it doesn't seem to slow it down too much there.
2 ones of damage. And I got my sneak attack too with this.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna go to Penny.
All right, so I'm going to, that one that's next to me is no longer in existence, right?
The one that's next to you is still there. It just did take a big explosion of damage.
Okay, can I see Hellry currently, or do I have to get closer to the edge?
You
of the
saw Hellry get yanked over the edge, but you can't currently see her.
Okay, I'm going to. I'll take the opportunity. I'm going to run to the edge.
Okay.
And see if I can see her.
All right, it takes a slam attack down on you as you try and duck away. That is a natural 1, so you're good.
Can I see Hellry?
You can definitely see Hellry. She's kind of floating there, but she's got these arms sort of wrapped around her, yanking her down into the water there.
I don't feel so good.
Hellry, come on back up here. We need you, and I'm going to use some Fey power comes out of me. My back tattoo has these pink blossoms all over it, and I'm going to use Balm of the Summer Court, where you're going to get
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
5 hit points as well as 1 temporary hit points. So 6 total.
You feel this kind of warm sensation. Amidst the cold lake water, there's this warmth that spreads across you, and you feel yourself.
I don't like
You're currently
being around
underwater, but you are conscious.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna take, I think I can still have some movement, so I'll take 1 step closer to that other watery boy and try to hit him with my shillelagh, because that was a bonus action.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
so you
nice.
take 1 step forward, big shillelagh smash. Go ahead and roll for a hit.
Up, 8.
8, that unfortunately does not hit. It sort of squirms out of the way of your blow. That'll end Penny's turn, bringing us to Kaz.
Did I see the one on the other side try and strike at us on top? Like, am I aware of the one on the other side?
I'll say yeah, like definitely from
Okay.
where your angle, you've got a good vantage point on the whole ship.
Yeah, because that just put a little damper on both my plans. So I'm gonna run to the other side of it, to the one that hasn't attacked anybody, and I'm gonna reel my hand back, and as I do, water comes out of my ring and coalesce into a small ice dagger, and I'm just gonna throw it down right at
Nice. Okay, and that's
it. 23 to hit.
that'll hit. Roll damage.
So that's 1d10 of piercing damage, which is a 7, and I need a dexterity saving throw, trying to beat a 14.
Okay, 7 and a dexterity saving throw, beating a 14. That is a natural 20. That's going to succeed. But it's half damage.
I don't think it is. I think it just
no
saves
damage?
from it entirely.
Okay, but it does take 7 points of damage.
No, it's the first
As this shot lances down into his form, you can see this kind of, it sinks into the body, and then there's this immediate kind of, as it sort of remolds with the lake and reforms elsewhere just as the knife goes and explodes.
Dang it.
Still pretty freaking good.
And then can I move right back to where I was before?
Yeah,
Just trying to-
definitely.
Going, it's grabbing people, and I gotta get away from the edge.
Okay, back by Edlin again.
I like where we're at. I really like where you and I are at the moment. Everybody's down there fighting, we're up here.
Okay, that's Kaz's turn. Nobody.
I'm gonna maneuver myself around to flanking position on whichever
Right over
one
here?
that I can accomplish
Yeah,
that with.
you got that.
There we go.
Flanking
Perfect.
from there. Yeah, go ahead and roll it a bit. Flanking with Saurus.
Saurus. Looks like Hellry.
No, Hellry is in the water.
With my 10 strength, I don't think I was gonna get you out of there.
All right, here we go.
But now that you're up, you're fine.
Maybe. Much better. Oh, that's so close. All right, it's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Dag nabbit. Cool. Love it. That's 4 slashing damage.
Or as it kind of carves through, you take off a slice of its arm, but it reforms pretty easily. Well, no, still, it's starting to look a little bit like its form is having trouble holding together. From especially where it was, it's kind of like dripping, and it like pulls various limbs and whatnot back in that are starting to pull down and slide off of its body. So that is okay. Anything else for your turn there? Nobody?
That'll be it.
Okay, bring us to Hellry. Hellry, you are conscious and grappled currently.
Yeah, let's fix that. I'm gonna try and bust out.
Okay, athletics check, please.
19.
Yeah, so you're like, whoa, what's that? Without even too much effort, you just rip these watery arms apart there.
Then I would like to try to climb back up on the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna need another athletics check from you there.
Yeah, sure.
Hell, you broke the water.
19.
Yeah, you clamber back aboard, and Penny, you see Hellry just land next to you, dripping water and gasping for air.
Welcome back, friend.
Yeah, thanks, Pint Size. I appreciate that healing word.
On myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, healing. Healing word on yourself. Good.
Yep.
Roll to heal.
Yeah, I get 7.
Yeah.
7. Okay. Go ahead and restore 7 hit points.
And then I just kind of take a knee and just, it's going to take a sec to get it out.
Okay. Sounds good. Elemental here is going to flow across Penny again.
Stop it.
Okay.
I swear to God.
And it is going to go ahead and use its whelming attack. So you must make a go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Just exactly.
Well.
Totally.
I can tell this is gonna go real well. All right, that's gonna be a 4.
A 4, yeah. So at this point, you can feel where before it was kind of soft water, you felt like you could move around with. This time it flows across you, and there's this vortex effect. You're pulled upwards within and kind of constricted as the water actually tightens around you, and the water pressure increases. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are also considered grappled. And you're also, at this point, unable to breathe. Okay. That one is going to be over Penny. The other one is going to take a smashing attack down towards Saurus.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's going to first move out and away. That's kind of tough. Yeah, he's going to move away, kind of coming adjacent to Hellry there. Moving out of range of nobody, so nobody, you get an opportunity to attack if you want to take it.
Absolutely.
And point of order, I did lose my trance because I didn't actually attack. I just
Oh,
pulled her
right.
out.
So as you pulled her out and you you all right? And you sort of lose the state you were in.
Does the opportunity attack have advantage?
Because it was moving out. I'll
If
say
I lose-
yeah, you're flanking, so go ahead and take advantage.
Good.
Oh.
Double the word.
Okay. That is 14 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
That's going to be 8 slashing.
8 slashing as you carve another chunk out of this creature. It flows across and takes a slamming attack down at Saurus. First
So if it
one.
does damage, I keep my rage.
Yeah.
If it does damage,
Yeah.
I think it's just if it attacks you, right?
No.
Yeah.
It says damage, we
It's-
just checked
yeah.
it.
Damage, yeah.
If you attacked or if
I
you
have
took
to
damage.
attack a hostile creature, or if I've taken damage since my last turn.
Okay. Well, have some damage. So,
Yeah, okay.
You took damage.
19 plus.
Oh, that hits. That very much hits.
Yeah. So that's gonna be.
Just as a workaround, you can bloodlet yourself to keep that going, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like. So you take 1 point of damage.
Little slap and pickle.
You take 5 thunder damage.
Okay. Not resistant to that.
Not resistant to thunder damage, and the second attack is going to slam down towards you as well.
All right.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Okay, yeah.
You can
it'll
have
be
that.
8 plus 3 plus. So you're going to take 13 points of thunder damage on that one.
Oh, okay, all right.
As these 2 attacks, one whip-like arm, the next one comes down, and you feel yourself crumpled down to one knee on this one. However, you're still up, right?
Yep.
And you climb to your feet once more, feeling very battered at this point. And that's going to end their turns, bringing us to Saurus.
All right. So, yeah. So I'm going to let's see.
Smash.
Yeah, I'm
Just gonna go ahead and pop the cork on that healing potion that I got and just go and knock that back. Bonus action, right?
Bonus action, yep.
And that's a
2d4 plus
2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
Yep.
Five, 7 points of healing.
7 points back to you. Excellent.
All
As you
right,
pound this
and-
healing potion, you feel your bruises start to like recede a little bit.
That one that just whapped at me, I'm just going to reckless attack it. Actually.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay, big
Whap or
reckless.
did it whop?
Whap it. Whap it.
It's whack season.
I'll take the 12 plus 6, 18.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
All right. 10.
Barbarian. Or we don't to kill shit.
Minimum 7.
So it's kind of like a. Geez, 7?
Yeah.
Rage.
Rage.
Whew,
And
that's
yep.
right. Yeah, big damage. So even though you're kind of like coming up from like a crouch, like you bring your hammer around and and you set loose a cascade of water out of the side of this thing's torso. It wasn't a direct hit, but it still definitely felt it. Excellent. And any movement for your turn there or bonus action?
No, I already did my bonus action. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stay
that's
put.
right, for the potion. Yep, so movement. Okay, that brings us to weird. Nobody, you see a large arm come over the edge there, comprised of liquid, and it's going to roll a 18 to hit.
Nope.
Just in time, you bring the shield around and like batter the arm out, the water out of the way. Next one over here is, let's see, he's already restrained, so he's gonna come around here and go for Hellry once more.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a, plus 17 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
Oh boy, oh
We're
boy.
not losing
might be
Hellry.
swimming.
We're not
Oh,
doing it.
thank God I'm out of it. What?
That's another 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you are once more pulled back over the edge and into the water, grappled. Blah, blah.
I said no!
No! Stay up, you fools. Fly.
I was curious why that didn't happen.
Okay, that'll end their turns, bringing us to, actually at this point, you all see the Titanic figure in the distance. Each step covering hundreds of yards as this thing traverses towards the town that you were most recently in there. You can see it kind of digging trenches and large clumps of earth as large as houses being ripped out by its movements. And that brings us to Desmond.
Okay. Well, in that case, is she still enveloped?
She is still enveloped, yep.
Okay. So then I will plop a bonfire underneath the other one.
Okay, this one goes, and this one
You could pop a
goes,
fire underneath me.
She looks
and
cold.
that's another
Let's
dex
warm her
saving
up.
throw. 10? Nope.
That's a fail.
Okay, so once more you see this kind of
8 damage.
8 damage as billow of steam comes out and at this point you actually see it tumble sideways, actually falling into a puddle on the ground. However, it kind of and reforms into this kind of this trembling, precarious structure of water.
Good.
Okay.
I will use my movement to try and climb up the mast.
Okay. Roll an athletics check.
Do it.
Where's my dice? This one. Let's do that one. That's 17 plus some stuff.
Ooh,
17 plus some stuff. So you're able to kind of grab on and start shimmering your way up. Wait a
Plus nothing,
Okay,
actually.
just by killing stuff.
Just 17. Okay. So we're gonna say you get about halfway up, and you're kind of clutched onto this mast, kind of just kind of Mulaning it up there. All right, that'll end your turn. Bringing us to Edlin.
I saw Fey magic go off. I'm going to shoot at the thing that grabs the lady who did the Fey magic, and then I'm going to run 30 feet towards them.
Okay.
Oh no, sure, I'm fine. Help her out, definitely.
All right. So you fire. That'll hit.
You're alive, so.
For now.
That's 7 points.
Reinforcements are coming.
7 points of damage. You know, it's something. You sink another arrow in, dealing 4 points of damage to that guy. It as well is starting to look a little bit rough.
And I will move 30 feet towards the lady with the sylvan magic.
Okay, that's 10, 15, 20, 25,
Don't worry. I'm gonna do
30.
something
You
stupid.
yeet yourself down off the stairs and proceed towards that elemental.
Stupid.
Good. Any bonus action there? Okay, that brings us to Penny. Penny, you are currently being wrapped around by this elemental.
And am I? Did you say that I'm restrained or
You are currently grappled.
grappled? Grappled. Okay.
So you're held in place, but you can still kind of thrash around.
I can still. Okay. All right. I'm going to. Since I'm inside of it, I might as well use Shillelagh and just try to.
Okay.
Stir it.
Stir the pot.
stir it up.
Stir the pot. All right.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Are you stirring macaroni in the pot?
That's that's cocked.
Macaron. Macaron.
That's not.
That's not. That's gonna be a 12.
12 unfortunately will not hit.
No advantage
Yeah.
for being inside it.
No, that would be a little, a little counterproductive.
Have to ask.
It's not about hitting,
Advantage
it's
for
hitting
being
effectively.
inside and disadvantage for being grappled. It all works out.
All
Yeah.
right, okay.
Well. Okay. Bonus action, Penny.
Can I see Hellbreed?
You can see Helry getting pulled off the boat.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk. Never mind, I hold my breath and stay where what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Don't do that.
air.
Okay. That brings us to Kaz.
Okay.
Kaz, you see Edlin.
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna
Do it.
jump off the side of the boat that Helry got pulled off, and as I'm doing it, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on the elemental that has it.
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
You tell me what I gotta do.
All right, roll an attack, and yeah, you're free to eat yourself into the ocean. That's fine, or into the lake.
19 to hit.
That'll hit. So as Kaz kind of throws himself over the side, they kind of.
Oh no.
2 points of cold damage.
So you do hit it, and it does seem to freeze in place a little bit. The arms surrounding Helry beginning to kind of crystallize over.
Do I have any movement left?
I'll say, yeah, you've got
I-
10
I-
points of swimming.
Just want to get as close to that as I can. Sorry to.
Okay, wherever you are over here.
Yeah.
You're over here. Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
I think that was 10.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can't see at all on that side. So
I'm backstroking it over there.
it's great.
Oh, you beautiful, stupid man.
I know. I was very Batman, actually. I shouldn't do that.
Okay, so as you're swimming over there, that ends your turn, bringing us to nobody.
Hi. Alright, something about this feels weird. Does it remind me of, perhaps, something, well, illusory?
Roll an investigation check.
Alright. Just put my hand out and like, I don't know. Something's weird. Something's fishy.
Feels real.
That's a 6.
It's a 6. Can't tell. Maybe. I don't know. Illusions are weird. That was unfortunately going to be your action. Yeah.
I'm going to move, interposing myself with,
So currently, this elemental is in Penny's space.
and there's a bonfire right there.
This one's kind of like boiling as it sits on a bonfire.
It's having a
How do
great
you like your penny? El
Yeah,
dente.
not enjoying itself.
Try and get to the other side of the one that's got engulfed Penny.
Okay, so kind of around back here,
Yeah.
basically. All right, so you edge your way around and manage to get in a posture just behind it. You can see Penny kind of up inside it. You can see little like glimmers of green from within its interior that refract through its liquidous form.
There may have been better choices to make.
We said to jump off the boat.
Okay, that brings us to Helry. Helry, you are currently grappled. However, you feel go ahead and roll at advantage.
Because I made him cold.
Yeah. Good. 16.
So this time you just once more. There's shards of ice fly out from where Kaz had frozen this thing, and you're once again free.
I would
floating in the
like
lake.
to climb back onto the boat.
I'm gonna say for in the interest of time, you pretty well have got this. This is the second time you've done
You know
this.
how to
You use
get
the
on the
same
boat.
handholds, the
I
same
am familiar,
mechanism.
and I would like to get as far the fuck away from the water as I possibly can.
Okay, so that takes about, we're gonna say you can get one space in here, and you're kind of behind Saris at this point.
I didn't need a minute. Grandpa, I don't want to take a bath anymore. I'm clean.
Don't worry,
enough.
I got this.
That brings us to...
Oh shit, I forgot about Kaz.
Don't worry, I got this. Sorcerers are great in melee.
Penny, as you're kind of thrashing around within this thing, you feel suddenly this kind of crushing sensation as you're once again smooshed for another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It's going to take 2 slam attacks down towards nobody.
And it hits nobody, right?
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
Oh, Jesus.
That will, yes, that will.
That will hit.
If you say that misses, I'm gonna have a lot of questions.
Yeah, there's gonna be some. Okay, so that's gonna be 4 points of thunder damage. Second attack, gonna be a 20 to hit,
That will also hit.
and that's gonna be 6 points of thunder damage. Once more, just like a drummer coming down on there. You try and block it with your shield, but the arms are a little too flexible and manage to lash around and smash into your back. That's one's turn. The other one is going to continue beating on Saris.
At advantage.
At advantage. Oh god, it's a natural 20. Oh boy, oh boy. So that's gonna be, 16 points of thunder damage.
I'm out.
Alright, with that, Saris
Exactly.
crumples to the ground unconscious. This intense percussive force knocking him off his feet. And the elemental is going to come back here and also commence to beating on nobody. With its second attack, that's just going to be a 6 to hit though. So you successfully smash this one aside. That ends their turns, bringing us to Saurus. Saurus, go ahead and roll a death saving throw.
Oh, buddy. Come on, 20.
5.
5. You feel yourself sinking into this darkness. Stillness descends around you, the confusion of the battle slipping away as you float down, down, down into this inky darkness, almost like tumbling into the depths of the ocean. You feel this just weightlessness, this sense of your senses and your faculties slipping away from you, and all you can feel is cold. And that brings us to the weirds. It sees Edlin over here and is going to come around and attempt to grab Edlin off the boat. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Okay.
It's not interested in me in the water?
Oh yeah, you are down there. This is the problem. I can't see anything. Yeah, it's going to grab onto Kaz. Actually, he's right there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 14 to hit.
I'm going to use my reaction to create a shield with my ring, which
Okay.
puts it to a 19.
Okay, very good. So as it's coming in towards you, it's hard to see. You're kind of underwater, and you can't see this thing from the underwater. It's just like part of the water itself. But as you come up, you can see this kind of writhing motions coming across the
this is
surface,
weird.
and you bring your ring around and this kind of dark purplish shell envelops you. As this thing comes around and wraps, it catches on to this egg-like exterior you've created and rips it away, but isn't capable of actually getting you.
Sweet.
Next one over here is going to flail around looking for a target, but can't seem to find anybody. That brings us back to the top of round. Desmond.
I will kind of hang out on the ropes there, and so one of them, it stayed on top of the bonfire?
Oh yeah, I did forget. Oh wait, it moved away from it. Yeah, it moved away.
Okay, then I will bonfire on top of it again.
Fire! More fire! Okay, it rolls its dex save. You know, it rolls a natural 20 this time. It's onto you, and it kind of slithers out of the way as this fire erupts from underneath its form.
Okay, then I will continue to climb.
Okay, continue the climb. One more athletics check.
5?
Unfortunately, as you're climbing up, your hands, as you're trying to do the somatic components of the bonfire, you kind of slip and you tumble down, and you don't make any progress this turn up the rope, up the mast.
Okay, then I will hang out.
Okay, Edlin.
I am running forward to get the Fey Lady. Hit the thing that's got the Fey Lady.
Hit the thing that's got the Fey Lady. Okay. Fey Lady.
Fey Lady.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
That is unfortunately going to be a 12.
A 12 will not hit, unfortunately. It kind of slithers away.
I believe he's got flanking because nobody's on the other side.
Oh, that's true. Nobody is on the other side, so go ahead and roll at advantage.
Ooh.
That will be a 24.
Yeah! Doesn't hit. Yeah, it hits.
Oh, it's gone super.
Nice roll.
It's gone super soaker.
Wow, really?
Oh no.
Oh, buddy, we're not doing great on dice
6
over here.
damage.
6 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow,
2
what?
and 1.
On a sneak attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
You rolled 2 ones.
gosh. Wow.
We're doing.
Oh, 2 and a 1.
One better than
We're doing
Style.
okay to hit and doing terrible damage.
Well, we're gonna say you don't really know where the vital organs are on this thing, and you are trying to strike in where you think its heart should be or where you think its neck should be, but it seems those places aren't exactly super vulnerable, as you would expect something else to be. Bonus action.
I do. I can disengage, dodge, or dash.
Dodge.
There is someone right
Dodge,
behind it,
dodge.
and the Fey Lady is still inside it. I am not going to move.
Okay, that's your turn. That brings us around to Penny. Penny, you're still thrashing around inside it, the life slowly being squeezed out of you.
How's my breath?
6 seconds.
Yeah, well, you get what's your Constitution modifier?
It's a minute plus con.
Then I'm totally
Yeah,
fine.
you have plenty of
Okay.
time before you're actually suffocating, but you are being squished.
I just feel like I'm gonna be able to do more damage inside than out. Alright, I'm gonna try to hit it with Shillelagh.
Stir the shillelagh. Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay, that's going to be a 21.
Okay, roll damage.
Three.
Oh, jeez. Unbelievable. What? Really? Even adding wisdom modifier. That's
I rolled
crazy.
a 1.
Wow. Okay. It does full damage. You can see this kind of glimmering green light. Nobody who got a front row seat as this green light kind of fills it. It kind of pops various points, then reconsolidates.
And I'll use a little bit of my breath since I can see Saris on the ground. So I'm gonna hope that I can get out close and try to use my bonus action to give him some health.
Okay. So, you cast Healing Word?
Balm of the Summer Court, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's verbal, right? That's just an ability?
Yes.
Oh,
It's a class ability.
Yeah.
it's a class ability.
Yeah, okay. So in that regard, you just kind of feel this warmth. You let this warmth emanate out from you. You channel it through your tattoos, and it glows forth from within this water elemental, bathing Saris in this healing light. Go ahead and roll healing.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say that I need to use my voice.
What you see.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's going to be 6 normal and 1 temp. So 7 points.
There you go. Saris, you feel consciousness restored. You drift up out of the dark depths you felt yourself in, and you're now back into the conflict.
I hate the ocean.
Kaz, you are currently.
How far is it from me? Because the minis don't represent, I feel like. Or 5 feet, like, are we in melee?
You're in. Oh, geez. Yeah, that's way off, huh?
Yeah. That's what I was asking.
Okay, it's 5 feet from you. Yeah, it's like right adjacent.
Okay, so if I did something that has like a 5-foot radius, it would hit me too.
Drop it on the
Yes,
other side of it.
unless you would drop it on the other side, yeah. Or if you were to do.
Hit him with the thing.
Oh.
I am going to.
How's your saving throw in the category?
Not great. We're gonna go ahead and just Ray of Frost this bugger.
Ray of Frost, roll to hit at disadvantage
yeah.
because it's in melee.
2 20s would be great. The 17 and 18.
Hey,
so
that'll definitely hit. So you just like firing from the hip, lance this ray of frost up into
Yes! 8 points of cold damage.
Hey!
Finally!
Nice, well done. So for the first time, this thing is looking a little rough. Its form kind of fragments and chunks of it drift and float away on the surface of the lake.
As it's trying to squeeze me, I take that shield energy and I reach back and I just fire off the rain inside of it.
So it's this kind of consolidating factor as all that ambient energy that was shattered kind of reassembles, slamming straight into the center of it. Very good.
And I'm gonna yell out, bit of help!
kind of choking. I'll say that probably Edlin hears this. I think that Desmond, you can see him down there in the water as well from your vantage.
I am also aware.
You are also, well,
Thank you for that.
you are aware of what's going on over there. It's
Yes.
not pleasant.
out,
That brings
grab
us to
it.
Nobody. Nobody, you currently are engaged with 2 of these water elementals.
Yeah, I yell, little help.
Does anybody feel like something's a bit off?
Well, I'm not having a good day.
By all accounts, it doesn't make any sense.
You got me.
How did we reach here if they've gone? Where did everyone go?
This is a tough choice. I'm gonna try and yank Penny out of the creature.
Okay, go ahead and roll athletics.
It's cocked.
Okay.
19, just barely.
Oh.
Those are the
Gotta be kidding me. Oh, you got it. Okay, this dice tray is like incompatible with my dice.
Apparently.
There we go. That will be a 13.
That is just enough as you kind of reach your hands in. It's already kind of tightened around her form, but you manage to shove your hands in, grab onto this small form, and pull her out in a gout of water there. Penny, you are now back out of the creature.
Thank you.
Okay, and we're going to say you're kind of on the other side of it as well, just for the sake of not having to move everything around. Okay, and anything for your bonus action or movement? Nobody?
No.
Okay, that brings us to Helry. Helry, you are. Oops, sorry, Mike. You are back on your feet at this point.
That was Cyrus.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just gotten healed.
I'm dead.
There are too many thick
Leave me be.
people on this boat.
So thick.
That's why I'm in the water.
Can I move to a place where I could get flanking on that one on the other side from nobody?
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of come around and you leap up on a crate here.
Aha! Gonna go running back in. All right, come on, sing him with.
Okay, roll to hit.
23.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Come on. Good damage.
Elemental can I have high ground.
8 slashing damage.
Okay.
8 slashing damage. Okay, so as you bring this one around, ooh, give me a kill cam.
Elemental can. Give me
All
I
right,
have the
gonna
high
come
ground.
running in, and just as it's distracted with nobody, I'm up on the crate, and I'd just like to, for flavor, make a performance check. Yeah, natural 20.
Natural
And
20, yeah.
I predict perfectly, because I'm a lucky girl, when lightning is gonna strike, and I hold my arms up. You about to die, motherfucker!
And with that, like a righteous meteor from on high, Helry leaps into the air, battle axe gleaming in the lightning bolt from above, and slams it down, cleaving this elemental in 2 parts. It kind of wavers for a moment, each half attempting to reconsolidate with the other before it trembles and collapses into a puddle on the ground.
Hell yeah.
All right, that one gone. It kind of drips away down into the area below deck there.
Can I move into a place where I can get advantage on the other one? I don't think so, right?
Not at this point.
Okay, I will still move down in contact with it, and I will
Swing again.
Swing again. Okay.
That's cocked.
Yeah, that's 4. Be your turn.
Okay, 24. We're so bad at rolling.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
All right, come on.
D20's been great.
Come on.
Yeah. It's the other ones that are being buggers.
12 slashing damage.
12 slashing. As again, you manage to cleave down. This one is still up, but it is looking pretty tremulous and having trouble keeping its form.
All right.
Okay, that's your turn. Bringing us to this elemental kind of looks around and is going to can't do that, so it's going to take a smashing attack down at this tiny little elf in front of it who looks oh so vulnerable. That is a natural 1. Second attack is going to smash down towards Cyrus. No, he just came up. He still looks like he's down, so his second attack towards Penny as well. That one's going to be a 15.
It will hit.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points of thunder damage.
So I would like to cast Absorb Elements.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I love that fucking spell so much. It's so good.
That's the elemental on it.
Yeah, it means that I get to capture some of its energy, lessening its effect, and then I store it so my next melee attack will have thunder damage.
So as this percussive force comes down upon you, you bring your staff up and just brace yourself.
I feel like at this, the band around my arm is just like
Okay.
silver, and it looks like it's just spinning around my arm.
Excellent.
That
So this
movement.
kind of like frantic force, almost like a gyro being wound up, it still kind of whirls around in this glowing pattern. As the force comes down, you only take 5 thunder damage. Brings it to you have
Makes you
resistance to it.
resistant.
says.
Yeah, I thought you said it was 6 damage before.
No, it's 10.
That's a
10.
10,
Oh.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You absorb
Yep,
D6
yep,
of
yep.
it, and then
No.
No, your next
you gain
attack does
resistance to it.
1d6 of that damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I took 5 damage. Good.
You're good?
Yeah,
I'm up.
Your
can't jump
tattoo is kind
into
of
the boat.
at this point. The elemental over here is going to come around and attempt to.
It's not gonna swing
keep
at me again?
attacking. I keep forgetting you're over there.
I was gonna say, do I get to swing at it with a dagger?
So hard for me to see you. So it's going to attempt to grab onto you again there, Kaz. It's a natural 20. Oh boy.
uh-oh.
So Kaz, you take.
That's a lot.
That's gonna be 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
Is that an instant pop?
Yeah, I'm
No,
dead.
it's not. But
Was it hitting or trying to?
yeah, you know, you're out. You're not dead.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's he at?
Minus 10. He has 11 hit points.
Yeah, so you are.
And it's a critical, so I can't use Strength of the Grave. So
Well, yeah, it was critical. That's true.
Yeah.
So,
So-
unfortunately, yeah, as this thing grabs onto you this time, you feel it. And you find yourself drifting in this water. You're also drowning at this point.
this is twice now you've knocked me down on a critical that I can't even Strength of the Grave again.
There's been a lot of criticals this game, okay? There's been a lot of them going around. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you're currently
Howard looks
held
up.
and are
Oh
drowning.
shit, the pretty boy.
Pretty one. There's a lot of pretty ones.
I look around for Desmond.
Okay, that ends that. The weird is no. That one doesn't have anywhere to go, so that brings us to Desmond.
Oh, he didn't move? He didn't move? Deck save?
There's
For who?
modifier still there.
Underneath who?
Underneath the weird up there.
I thought you put it
Oh,
under
no, the
that
weirds
one.
are the ones down in the water.
Oh,
The
okay.
weirds are in the water.
Yeah.
The other guy's dead. The one that you had the bonfire under. Yeah. So what's Desmond?
Oh, then I will plop a bonfire under this one.
Okay.
It's a good spell.
It's a good spell for this.
It's a good spell, Brent.
Well, it does more than my crossbow right now.
This one doesn't see it coming as a gout of fire appears underneath it. All of you get a nice exfoliating steam bath
8 fire.
as it takes 8 fire damage, exploding once more from its interior there, and gout and covering you all in a thin steam.
I will attempt to continue up the mast, half pace if I can, to maybe do it better.
Okay, we'll let you roll at advantage.
Okay. 10?
10. Alright, so at half pace, yeah, we'll say you managed to just barely clamber into the crow's nest. That'll take your bonus action as well to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, just because we needed somebody up there. Come on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, Desmond's looking pretty epic up there. That brings us to Edlin.
Run alongside the boat, dive in after Kaz.
Okay.
With both daggers out.
Okay, both daggers out. You land on the other side of the element of the weird down there.
I gotta try to jump on it.
Oh, you want to jump on it? Okay, roll to hit.
First one is a miss.
Alright, so unfortunately, the impact that you were hoping to get out of the dive does not connect with it. But your second attack?
What'd you roll?
I just rolled 2 ones in a row.
Wow!
Hey, that
Oh
means
my
our damage
gosh.
dice go up now.
Oof.
What?
My apologies,
D20s
sir.
give
That
up.
is
Our damage
always
is
a
good.
bad feeling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I can see that.
That's
I know
what
what to roll
I've
the
been rolling
damages.
ones for
so.
damage all along, but
Wow.
I just rolled.
Ooh.
I've been rolling good on hits and ones for damage. I just rolled 2 ones.
Wow.
Need some new dice.
I was just not feeling it. Jeez.
Well, this is a rough combat.
All right, Penny. Penny, you are out of this thing.
Finally. I would like to double check one thing about my spell. Sorry.
Oh, wait a minute.
Reaction.
I'm flanking.
On your
No,
He's
Okay,
out.
He's out.
yeah,
I'm
I will just try to hit with my shillelagh.
Unfortunately, I'm not a.
I tried.
And that's going to be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. That'll definitely hit.
All right, so I get a,
Extra
so,
D6.
yes. So for the normal damage, it's going to be a, lately gives 6 damage for the normal, and then for the
8. That's a
Oh, yeah.
6 plus 2.
8 normal, and then it'd be 5 for thunder if they take it.
Yeah, so give me a kill cam on this guy.
Yes.
Alrighty, so this guy, for lack of its form, it still seems like it almost has like an open mouth, like it's gonna just come back down on me. And so she just takes the shillelagh and does like an uppercut with this thunderous noise, and it just goes, water goes everywhere. So it's like almost this nice like
light rainfall around everyone.
Okay. So you all, especially, well, yeah, I guess Saurus, you're up too. So all of these huge, beefy guys basically surrounding this water elemental. You pulled Penny out, pushed her to the side there. She took a massive blow to the, catching it on her staff, and you see this tattoo kind of going. It's weird. And as she kind of brings her staff around, you see it trace this greenish spark, these greenish sparks along the deck. As she pulls it up, almost like lighting a match, off the deck, right up into this thing's face. And there's a brief moment of sort of calm as all sound seems to dissipate.
Oh shit.
As the energy stored up in her tattoo traces along out to the tip of the staff and detonates at the very end, releasing this water elemental in a shower of fine mist that creates a slight rainbow in what little light there is filtering past.
And then I'm gonna take my movement to actually run to the other side where I'm above where that elemental is, where Kaz and Edwin are.
Okay, so you're coming over here. You can get about,
Have any way to help
you can think of it this far here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's about as far as you can get. So you can look
Perfect.
down at them.
that's it.
DM, quick question. I don't know if we can do anything about it now, but didn't you heal him on your last turn?
Yeah.
Previous turn?
Huh?
So he hasn't gotten
Saurus is up.
He hasn't gotten to do anything. That's why the only reason I'm bringing it
Did I
up.
totally skip your turn
I
there?
think possibly because.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I must
No, that's
have-
totally fine. I
Whoops.
was.
Throw it in
I
the
lost
net.
track of the initiative count. So.
Whoops. Saurus, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'll just kind of like I hit the ocean now to kind of stand up, and that'll use half my movement, right?
Assuming this fire dissipates. That'll use half your movement to stand up. Yep.
Oh boy. Oh, there's not a whole lot I can do. Can I make it to that far corner, the deck, sort of where it lets out there?
Like right here?
Yeah, exactly.
Where the gangplank
Yeah, you can get
and
there.
I kind of want to drop down, grabbing onto it, and reach my other arm down and be like, Kaz, come on!
Okay, Kaz is currently wrapped up in some kind of aqueous, like, these tethers are holding him in place below the surface of the water. You can see bubbles trailing out of his mouth from his unconscious form drifting beneath the lake's surface.
Oh, so damn it.
Okay, that'll end your turn, Saurus. That brought us to the weirds. Back around to Desmond. You're currently up on the top.
How tall's the mat?
The mast is...
How tall am I in the crow's nest?
You're about 60 feet up.
Okay. In that case, looking over the edge, if I see that I've got a downed friend that way, I'm gonna swan dive and shoot my bow on the way down.
Here we go. All right, go ahead and roll to hit. And, give me an acrobatics check as well.
All right. Acrobatics is low.
Swear to God, if we lose 2 people to the ocean.
My acrobatics, let's see, is 8.
8. Go ahead and roll to hit on your way down.
All right. 14 plus bonuses.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Okay. 4.
4. Unfortunately, still not doing a whole lot to these things. As the arrow streaks down and kind of sinks, slowing slightly as it hits its body, passes through and dips into the water. However, you weren't really expecting, there's a lot of recoil off of a crossbow, really, but there's kind of like a effect to it. And that kind of torques you around just enough that you whoosh, belly flop straight onto the surface of the lake there.
Oh.
Drifting kind of just off to the side there, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hate to see that.
Yeah.
You hate to see it. You really do.
Yeah. Okay, and that brings us to Edlin.
His face.
Can I get between the creature and
That went
the
right
boat?
past me, didn't it? I was sitting there like, Kaz! Whack!
Where's the creature up?
What the hell?
Wait, you want to get between the creature and the boat? The creature's currently right alongside the boat.
Okay, so I can't get on the opposite side from where he's on.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Okay. Dagger strikes.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is a 19 plus
Yeah.
5 is 24.
There we go.
And that one does 12 damage.
12 more damage. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Second strike
Okay.
is also a 20-40 hit.
Thank God.
D20s
And
were
that
doing
one
great.
does 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay,
Because
that
I
one
get
did.
no bonus on that.
Yep. All right. So with the 2 quick slashes, you carve off a large section of this. It's still grabbing onto Kaz, however. Any movement there, Edlin? Or bonus action was your attack, so you have movement. Right. You only have movement.
I'm going to hide.
You only have movement right now because
You
you
did
use your
action
bonus
bonus.
action. Yeah, your bonus action was to use your offhand attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Alright, so never mind. No, I'm not going to move. Kaz is drowning.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I mean, doesn't sound good. Sounds good to me.
Hey, wait a minute now.
Penny.
All right, I'm going
What's
to.
wrong with my character?
Oh no! Wait a second. That's a big range.
I can take it.
Nope. I'm going to realize I can't do anything to help them, so I'm going to run to the other side of the boat
Okay.
and cast Fairy Fire on that.
On that guy.
That
All
guy.
right, dexterity saving throw for him. That's
12.
a 16.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Anything else for your turn there, Penny?
Nope.
Okay. Brings us to Kaz. Kaz, death saving throw. Yeah.
17.
Hey.
17. You succeed on 1 death saving throw. However, you are currently drowning. Which, go ahead and mark off 1 death saving throw, a failed death saving throw at this point.
Okay.
Okay, that brings us to nobody.
Tell my story.
I see.
It was short.
We'll find a way
boy.
to do that.
Don't worry, this world I'm gonna make is gonna be great.
I'm gonna help the Furbolg make a human chain.
Okay.
Hell yes.
Okay, so you run over and you drop down.
That is me.
Jeez. Big boys everywhere. And you drop Saris down towards the water there, holding onto the railing. I'm gonna say, Saris, you are now like within arm's reach of Kaz,
Okay.
and I will let you use your reaction to grab him if you're so inclined.
Yes.
Got
Just
this
grab him by the shirt and kind of lift him up. Oh, come on, breathe. Not the water. Air.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. Oh, I'm not reaching. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That is 16 plus 6, 22.
All right, so now drop down a little bit by this large Goliath figure. You're kind of dangling down. You're now within reach. You reach down, grab this this cherry-skinned individual from beneath the water, and just rip him clean out of this creature's grasp.
I got him.
Pulling him up by, like literally just scruffing him by one arm, dangling him over the water there. Kaz is currently unconscious, but no longer drowning.
As part of my Goliath heritage, I get not advantage specifically, but I do have.
You can lift a lot.
Yeah, basically.
He lifts
I double the
Powerful build.
Yeah, powerful build. I count as 1 size larger when determining the weight I can push, drag, or lift. Does that help me yoink everyone back onto the boat?
Yeah, so you're
Daisy
pulling.
chain us.
2 powerful builds.
Yeah. This is like a chain of macho, and you
I pull
you
off the
can
arm, we
actually
accordion back into
just
the boat.
lift this much weight, like not even needing a check. You just could pick it up. So you grab both of them and pull them back both up onto the deck there.
But, yeah, there you go.
We can
Got him.
splat Kaz down.
Kaz is splatting. Yeah,
I give nobody a good old pat on the shoulder.
American Gladiator Warriors.
it's like striking the side of a mountain.
Good form.
Okay, anything else for your turn? Nobody?
I
Was
think
your
that'll
action?
do it.
Okay, that was pretty sick. Helry.
Hey, Pine Size, I need you to take care of him.
I can't.
Oh, shit. All right, get up, pretty boy, you ain't done.
Healing word.
Okay.
Don't sound so sad
Healing
about
word.
it. Jeez. How many times have Cain healed you? This is just payback.
I don't know who that is or what you're talking about. I want a DPS.
You heal for 5.
Man.
And
Beautiful.
then I would like to jump off on the other side of the thingy from the little elf, and I would like to swing away.
Okay.
No.
Towards us?
No. On the
Opposite
on that
me.
side.
Towards-
Towards on the same side that everybody's been that I've gone
Oh,
off of twice,
okay,
and
yeah.
I would like to land opposite from where. Yeah, there you go.
That's gonna be a bit of a yeet because you have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. You can get about here.
Can't I like shove past him and just like
Jump off Kaz.
Not if you want to be on the other side of him.
I can't. I can jump 20 feet.
Well, yeah, but that still takes your movement.
Okay.
You can't jump further than you could normally move.
There's no diagonal path with 30 feet that gets me on the other side.
To be all the way over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's gonna be you're moving
got
all
it.
the way from here to here.
Well, okay. I think I just got shoved around a bunch when you kept moving the wrong mini because I was one space away originally. I was one diagonal space from him. So
Like
if I can't
here?
do it, I can't do it. But that's where I was fighting the
didn't think-
dude. The last one that died in the middle.
You were up on the crate, and then
I
you
thought
stepped
you were
down
like-
one
yeah,
square
you
to
were-
the next one.
Yeah.
Well, he was okay. Yeah. All right, fine. Then I'm not going to do that.
Because he was at the diagonal.
yeah.
Okay,
You're
all right,
like
cool.
here roughly.
All right, then I won't. Then I
Right
won't do
down
that.
to the step.
What am I gonna do then?
Do you have like Sacred Flame or something?
I do not. I am going to tuck in close to Saris and in between Saris and Pint Size and Penny.
Kind of like over here then, we'll say.
It's become
Yeah.
the official
Yep, you can
name.
get that far.
If that's the case, because I thought I could make that jump, could I use my action on him to healer's kit him instead?
Yeah, you can do that. Okay, so take your healing word back and roll a medicine check, or no, healer's kit. That stabilizes, correct? Yeah. So you are not dying now, but you are unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have a bonus action if you want to use it.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. That ends Hellry's turn. Elementals are dead, bringing us to Saris.
Alright, so I'm looking right down at this thing. I'm like, well, fucking everybody's doing it. Yeet! And just jump right off the Warhammer straight down onto the elemental with a swing and attack.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, damn. 19 plus 6, 25.
That'll definitely hit. Roll damage.
Get him!
And roll an extra 1d6
Oh, an extra d6? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll take that
for a
happily.
plunging attack.
Oh boy, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 4, 15.
15 points of bludgeoning damage as you hurtle down like a fuzzy meteorite right in the middle of this thing. You see a large gout of water where it was, and it is now looking a little bit rough. Definitely seems to be tangled up, barely holding on. I'm going to say you kind of come up over here.
Nope.
Okay. It reforms. You actually went right through the middle of it. But it does
Yeah.
come back together again.
And if it's at all possible, Desmond's like, are you like unconscious or are you just belly flopped?
Belly flopped.
Okay. Can I use my free action or would that be a bonus action to sort of like scruff him back up to like, here you go.
We'll call that a free action.
Okay.
You kind of whoop.
It's in the water.
As he lifts me out, I
It kind of comes out from under the beak there. Yeah, just like.
How are you so accurate?
All right. I'm sorry. The weirds at this point are going to stretch upwards in this kind of strange aqueous motion. Who is down there right now? We have Saris, we got Penny, we got
It's
Desmond.
Edlin.
Me, Edlin, and Desmond.
All of you can go ahead and take opportunity attacks on it if you're so inclined, as it stretches up onto deck, becoming this long ribbon of water as the other one does the same.
15?
Ooh,
That'll hit.
17.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna assume going up, would it just be one-handed, or would I be able to get a two-handed swing on it?
Why wouldn't you? I don't see why you wouldn't get two-handed.
Okay.
It's
This is the creature's turn, right?
yeah.
Yeah, this opportunity.
Yeah, you get sneak attack. It's true.
Hey.
That is 12, 15.
15. Very good.
Ooh. 6.
6. Okay.
I had a 15 to hit as well.
16, 3.
I
Okay.
think 15 hits.
Oh, 50. Yeah, that
15,
hits.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
that was damage. Never mind.
Now, could I use my scroll on this?
Sure. No. That would be specifically to
That requires.
Oh yeah, that's a full
Warcaster.
action.
Yeah, that is a
Warcaster.
full action Warcaster. That's the one. You need only Warcaster lets you cast spells as
Yeah.
reactions.
All right. Well, I wasn't sure because the funky way we were doing that one with the
Well,
melee
yeah,
attack.
but it's still a spell.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
so
Cool.
you still have to cast it same as you'd normally cast it.
Thought as much. Just figured I'd check. So that's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7
7 damage.
from a dagger.
Nice. Okay, cool.
piercing.
That's still so all of you chomping into it there take a large portion of its body off. It kind of comes free of the last remains of it, stretching up on deck where it reaches the other one, and they begin to mold together. Their forms flowing together until they become larger than the two combined, as they pull water up from the surrounding lake, becoming a full water elemental.
Oh no, that ain't what you want to see.
You hate to see it.
However, that will
see it, I'm
end their
unconscious.
turn. Don't worry about that. It's fine. Okay. That's good.
Hell. Penny.
Okay. That's gonna be.
Are you a kid or adult or?
No, I'm an adult.
Okay.
That brings us around to Desmond.
Just you.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'll kind of gather myself in the water there after that horrible belly flop,
What?
Black.
and
Lit.
I guess I will. I mean, it's on the boat now, so I'll just bonfire it.
Once more. All right. So as you attempt to put a bonfire under this one, immediately the bonfire just dissipates.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. In that case, I will hold on to the edge of the boat, so I don't get too far away from it, and attempt to slowly crawl back when I can.
Okay. So you are kind of holding on to the boat. You trying to climb back up?
I will be. I don't know how much movement I've got for this.
I mean, you still have your full movement at this point.
Yeah, but I'm not counting the squares there. So.
Yeah, you're good over here. So we'll say you get over here roughly. I'll let you roll an athletics check to try to climb back on board.
Okay. 17.
That'll do it. You climb back up and manage to get back up onto the deck.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
That will end your turn, bringing us to Edlin.
Climb back up.
Okay, athletics check.
18.
And you just kind of like
Forward.
Forward. Yep.
Yeah.
Closer. Warmer.
there we
Red
go.
hot.
Up
It's like
there,
playing the claw
now
game.
next to Kaz.
And how much movement did that take?
That would have taken basically your whole movement to get back on board. Well, I'll say you have like another 5 feet.
5 feet is not enough to put me in contact with that elemental. I will shoot
We'll say it is. Like Kaz is sort of on the edge, and you can get up into mate range with
Half
him.
hanging off the boat.
What?
He's in the way. Kick him off.
Okay,
back
go
in
ahead and
the
roll to
water.
hit.
Hey, don't worry, I got you.
Bad wave. Just
13
back on.
actually is unfortunately not enough to hit, as it kind of dashes in but doesn't seem to get any purchase.
Okay.
All right, I do apologize. I need to take a super quick bathroom break. Like,
All right.
I am dying, so if you want to give it a real quick pause here, or you guys want to strategize or something, I'll be
we'll
back. in a
strategize.
second.
I'm gonna
So-
be unconscious.
Yeah.
The greatest
You
spot.
just stay right where you are.
Well, I was gonna wake him up, but he was gone out of the water.
Wake him up. How are you gonna wake him up?
I can heal him.
Oh, shit.
I think I need to dash away, but you offer me for an opportunity.
Yeah.
This
oh,
will
yeah,
be the
both.
time that I fail an athletics check to get
Yeah.
on the boat. This will be the time. The only one left to be like, I want to hit it.
Where I want to get back on the boat.
I just.
You don't have any rage left, do you?
What's that?
You don't have any rage left.
I
do
have
you?
one left because
Okay.
I didn't actually have to use the other one.
Darn
I
my
went unconscious and I
hooves.
didn't use another one since then.
You can rage for the athletics.
That is
Yes, I get a
true.
+1
I
to
don't
it.
know.
But I would
if
have to
that's-
get in
Oh,
range
because
of
of
it
a
and
negative.
take a
Because
hit.
I'm negative.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Yeah.
I could make a hit on it.
I don't think so.
Which means that if I take a hit, I'm dead.
Right.
Do you have like a
I
range?
don't know if we have to fight.
Do you like a javelin or something?
Well,
Oh, actually, I do.
I mean,
It's not good, but
Yeah,
it
as
only
long
says
as
I have
you-
to attack.
Yeah. So as long as you throw it at it, you retain rage.
Yep.
as far as it being illusory and
In previous editions, all you had to do was just hit yourself.
Well, because Dex is not good.
No, javelins are.
We could say we're gonna go below deck,
I thought they
and
were
then nothing can
dex.
take us
I didn't think they
off,
were versatile weapons.
like pull us off into
Because
the
they're
water.
ranged thrown.
Metagame, it would take a lot to pull that.
Depends.
Can't see the damn board, Mike.
what to get in the.
There, now I can see the
To
damn
pull
board.
this whole battle off as
Who is
as
that on this
cast,
side of
I
that blue
guess.
thing?
It has the throne zone.
On this side?
Yeah.
That's nobody.
They also
Yep,
orchestrated all of our other
no, strength.
tests.
Yeah. but-
Seriously?
Our
Yeah.
sessions,
So
zero.
if a weapon is
wasn't
thrown
that
properties, you can
impressive.
throw it to make
That
a
was
strength check. If it's
Yeah.
a melee creature, it's the same ability. for
Apologies,
the attack
everybody. It's all the
advantage
stock
that
of
you
water
use.
elementals.
There we go.
Really gets the
I
juices
have a
going.
bonus action.
It
I
does.
would
Bonus
never
action
think
finish
about
out my
it.
turn.
Okay.
I'm going to bonus action dash
Okay.
and move around opposite the water elemental from nobody.
Nice. Okay, so you're kind of coming around over here. Beautiful. All right, you're now opposite nobody in a flanking posture.
Yes.
Good. Penny.
I'm going to turn into a giant, or no, a normal sized wolf.
A normal size wolf.
Oh, I don't have one. Sorry, I
Thing
completely forgot my
for
wolf.
this.
There's a
That's a wolf right here.
That's a fox. But that's all right.
Well, I will.
It
That's a
looks
foxy
pretty-
wolf.
It's pretty wolfy.
I will be a wolf.
Turn into an elephant.
And,
drink the elemental.
I was just curious. Does it look like it has really long arms where, like, if I tried to take a couple steps back, it would be able to reach me? I don't know if that's too metagamey, but I
It looks like its arms are roughly melee range arms. So it's if you were right now you're out of range.
well, yeah, that's what I
Looks
was
like.
thinking. But okay, so I will take like step back about 10 feet
Okay.
because that is my whole action.
Okay.
Done.
Orf. All right. Wolf is backing up.
Ah.
Kaz. Kaz, you are currently unconscious. All right. I'll let you roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you can natural 20 that thing.
What's the opposite?
You're dead again. No, nothing happens. You're stabilized, but you are definitely unconscious.
Out of it.
Yeah, out of it. Nobody.
Gosh, something's really.
Something is strange. I want to do this, so I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I suppose I could use a bath, and I just kind of walk into the water elemental.
Okay.
I still think this is some weird orchestrated grand illusion of some sort.
All right. You walk in and you are officially unable to breathe as water invades your sinuses, pours down your throat, is completely enveloping you from all sides.
Okay.
Fuck is that guy doing?
Oh no.
Arms spread, comes on in. I'm gonna kind of say you're.
T-pose
How
of
do
the
I
little
actually-
creature.
I'm gonna say you're inside it right now.
Okay.
I'm putting you off to the side.
I mean, he was dirty when we met him.
He's clean
Okay.
now.
I guess I'll try to attack it from inside then, if that doesn't...
I'm gonna give you flanking as well on this because you're still one space divided from Edwin.
Okay.
Okay.
That is pretty good. 22 to hit.
22 will definitely hit. Roll damage.
Nice. 11 slashing.
11 slashing. Edwin, you see the sword pierce out, and you see a brief image of nobody inside it hacking in between. However, the water seals back over him just as quickly. Okay, that brings us to any bonus action. Nobody?
Take a gulp of air while it was slashed in half for a second.
Okay, so you open up a brief window and you're like,
This is good.
okay, good. Your drowning counter is reset. Hillary.
I'm gonna look up at the sky, and I'm gonna touch the feather, and I'm gonna say,
Hey girl, I really need to get back home. So I really appreciate it if you gave me anything you could. But I know you picked me because I'm a fighter.
I'm gonna gonna go in, and if I can get flanking, I will, but I'm going for it.
At this point, you can't really get flanking on him, but
Yeah.
you can definitely get in there.
All right.
Okay, go for
Just
it.
gonna roll both attacks at once. Just fuck it.
You've already done the 2 attacks twice this
Twice.
combat.
I
Yeah.
get 3 times.
You get 3 times. I thought
That's
that
my
was your
wisdom modifier.
Oh right, I thought this was your channel. Never mind.
Nope.
Okay.
No, that I can only do once.
And you use that. All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I did that one.
Right, different things.
Okay, come on. I don't know if that's cocked. It is cocked.
Oh yeah.
That's an 18 and a natural 20.
Oh, boy,
Yeah.
oh boy, oh boy.
Okay, so-
give me some.
Yeah, that becomes 12, 22. Didn't drop it. And
Oh my God.
How are we doing?
24.
Two
What?
ones.
No
Yeah,
way.
2 ones.
Yes.
Yeah, on my D12.
What?
Dude, Chaos Table's sucking right now.
Yeah.
24, still, 24 is a
24
big
damage.
hit. It isn't as big as it might have been if this was a normal flesh and blood creature, but definitely seems to have given it pause as you jam your axe through its body once and then twice, severing the top half briefly, causing a large gout of water to spurt out to one side.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, sure.
All right, and they're dead. Saurus,
I'm climbing back on board.
climbing on board. Go
You
and
got
give me
this.
an
Come on,
athletics
get up
check.
there.
Alrighty.
At advantage,
Natural.
you're raging?
Natural 20.
Oh.
I'm not reading.
Yeah, it's just like a whoop. I'm actually gonna say that you moved at normal speed for that since it's a nat 20.
Oh, sweet. So how much do I have movement left?
Give you another 3 squares.
You can hop over me and.
You can
Shit,
get
that
over.
took my action to get up there?
No, that was your move. That was half your movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's just a roll for the
You know, climb is still a movement basically. It's just
Okay.
that you have to roll for it because it might not move.
might not work out. Okay then. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and be like, all right, looking right. I'm gonna stay right where I'm at. I'm gonna be like, all right, looking at you. Bonus action back into the trance. Pull a javelin out and then just go and throw it.
Very good. Roll to hit.
Come on, baby. Oh boy.
Are you going reckless or?
Not reckless. 8. 14. Yeah.
That's just enough.
Yes!
Excellent. Roll damage.
D6 plus 4. Minimum. 5.
Jeez,
And
what
you're
is going
including your rage
on?
damage?
That is crazy.
I'm not ready. Oh yeah. Oh
I thought you said you
yeah.
were
7.
going in
7.
7.
Yeah, 'cause
Very
I'm
good.
ready.
All right.
all you're
So
showing.
this
Yeah, I
one,
got your back.
like a steel trap, your pectoral just kind of. There's a brief kind of like snap in the air as it just glances straight through where its head is and comes out the other end, flying off to the deck behind. Doesn't seem to really be a critical point for it, but definitely was cool looking and did some damage. So that ends Saurus's turn. Bring us the elemental. Currently, it's got one guy inside it, and he is going to go ahead and Roy and Whelm. So you're gonna have to go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Do it. Come on, nobody.
20.
Yes.
20. Woof. So this thing starts to like wrap around and constrict in, and you're just
No. I said no.
and the cords of water just kind of snap around you and are unable to constrain your powerful body.
I mean, nobody would just willingly walk in there,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Nobody would.
Nobody
the real,
would.
Yes.
the realness here.
Nobody dare.
Yeah, honestly, that actually takes its turn to do that. So it's that'll end its turn, bringing us back around to Desmond.
All right. I kind of looking around over, trying to see around this giant furbolg in front of me, and then I see Kez underneath, and I grab him.
Oh, and so actually, you are yeeted out of its space again. It kind of squeezes you out like a pimple.
Oh no!
It pooped you out.
I didn't like that.
Doctor
I'm just gonna
Elemental Pop.
grab him and yoink him to the other side of the furbolg, if that's okay.
Underneath the legs,
Yeah,
just
like
yeah.
underneath the
close to
legs.
the room.
So Saurus, you've like braced yourself for this epic javelin throw, and you're like just congratulating yourself. You look down and you see like a hand reach between your legs, and Kaz is just whoop, right underneath you there.
That's what I wake up to.
And while I'm pulling him out, I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds,
Oh, nice. There we go. Okay.
and he regains 4 HP.
What is going
How are we
on?
doing?
Holy moly. 4 HP though. You are back to consciousness. You cough out a gout of water.
And as part of my movement, if I can, I will just bring him to his feet.
Heals are
Okay.
fleeting.
Yeah, I'll say that will
Rather
take
than move.
your. Yeah, we'll say that you can get him up.
Don't you want me yet?
Thank you. It's cold.
I'm sorry, I don't speak whatever language that is.
It's common.
It's Dan Undercommon.
All right,
Dan
Edlin.
Am I
Edlin.
flanking?
Currently, you are flanking.
it.
Yes.
I am flanking. I'm going to hit it.
Hit it.
That is a 17 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Yes.
Roll damage.
I'm just looking at you both.
They're both so pretty.
13
Like a
damage.
chip in your dance
13
right there.
damage, half to
Oh, what's
7.
the dance group with
Still
the
a nice
guys?
strong hit.
Yes.
It's currently looking a little put upon. You've cut it
Underdamage,
into
yeah,
little
under.
chunks and whatnot. It's starting to. It's still reforming and looks to be quite strong, but is definitely slowing down a little bit. Very good. Anything for your bonus action, Edlin?
I'm up.
Trying to see who's where. No, I'm still flanking it. So I do not want to move. No.
Okay. That brings us to Penny.
All right, I'm going to run up to it and try to take a bite out of it.
Take a bite out of it. All
Yep.
right. So you kind of come around. Incidentally, you do have pack tactics.
I know. I've got 2 die in my hand.
There we go.
I'm ready. Okay, so 19, so 23 to hit.
That'll hit. Rolls damage.
And
Lost it. It's gone forever. I can't reach it with my T-Rex arms.
6, 8.
Thank you.
8. Wow, nice. As this wolf comes out of nowhere, Helmer, you get a good view as this large canine leaps up and jams its teeth into this creature's kind of where its arm meets its body.
And it
Needs to make a strength save.
a strength save.
Unfortunately, it is immune to that particular one. So,
Okay.
as you try and bear it down, it just doesn't have any purchase for you to pull down to the ground. But you definitely still gave it a good biting.
Okay.
You pull down and just water up the face.
Yeah.
Dog good biting.
75%. Kaz, you are now conscious.
You should have
And you're back on your feet.
Thank you.
Or a camel.
Thank you so much.
You should have turned into a camel and
How tall is this thing?
Never
Is
seen
it considered a large creature?
It is considered a large creature, yes.
Is it tall enough to where if I threw an ice knife at its head, the shards wouldn't hurt my allies below it?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna up the stairs, and as I reach the top, I'm just gonna, you know what, screw it. It's probably not gonna work, but this is what my character's gonna do. It's gonna hurl back a firebolt and throw it at it.
Nice. Okay, firebolt. Go ahead and roll to hit.
23.
Firebolt, just casual.
Could have used a 20, you know, that'd been great to have.
23 will definitely hit. Roll damage.
8 points of fire damage.
So again, it's kind of the obsidian ring.
Yeah, I just kind of cast it into a small, like, roughly a baseball-sized ball of fire, and I just huck it right at it.
Nice. So you kind of actually bring it into one hand and kind of,
Yeah, I just enveloped my hand.
and it just like a streak of fire jams in and within its body there. You see steam, wisps of steam akin to what you saw from Desmond's bonfires coming out from it.
Does it
it
look
does
like-
look like it took some damage from that. Full
Okay,
damage.
okay, gotcha. That was my question.
Goodness gracious, baseball of fire.
All right, nobody.
It's almost
You're currently flanking with Edlin there.
Nobody feels really weird right now.
Okay.
And there's some flashbacks a little bit. So he's not entirely sure what to do.
too much LDS during the 60s. Star Trek reference.
He reluctantly just grits his teeth and slashes at the thing.
Okay, roll at advantage.
He made an assessment.
Make an assessment. What you think of me?
That's 22 to hit again. Very nice.
Just watch that. Roll damage. Okay.
They call me
That's gonna
Greg.
be
Cursed.
7.
7.
/ elementals
Nice.
on a boat.
Again, you carve off another chunk of it. It is now looking like kind of how the other ones were looking when they were on their last legs there. Definitely still thrashing around, filled with power and fury, but is definitely wavering. Parts are beginning to slide apart. Its form is not staying together very well.
I'm to move around to the back side of it.
Like here?
Yep.
Okay. Flanking the wolf. Okay. Unless you want to flank Hellry.
Well, the wolf already has pack tactics. Yeah, let's try and flank with somebody that can
Benefit
use
from
it.
it. Okay, so flanking Hellry. Very good. Okay, that brings us to
Hellry.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, but actually, shit. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit it, of course.
Gonna hit it like Hellry do.
I can already do.
Another 20.
16.
16 will hit. Yeah.
15 slashing damage.
Wow.
Numbers.
Okay, there we go.
Now we're
15
back to
slashing damage, have to 8.
Oh shit.
Still though, that was an epic slash. You kind of saw one of the areas where it seemed to be almost a support column of water, and you just hucked right through it. It kind of tumbles sideways more before coalescing back up.
Sure. And then I will slide around until I'm flanking with the little elf.
Okay.
Very good.
You're all rotating around this guy here. Very good. That ends Hillry's turn. They're dead. Saurus.
Assume tornado position.
It's like Shaun of the Dead when they're in the thing, hitting it in a
Fuck that
circle.
javelin.
That's it.
Boy, that's not good. That's a 2.
That's a 2. Unfortunately, that will miss as the javelin streaks off into the lake.
Oh.
Boy, that's my turn.
Okay, that brings us to the elemental. It's going to take its first slam attack. Smashing. Where the heck did it go? There it is. First smashing attack comes down towards, we'll have it come down on Hellry.
No, you don't want to do that.
You sure? That's going to be 18?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So that's going to be
Doesn't really matter.
13 points of thunder damage. Hillary is once again unconscious on the deck of the boat here. Second smash attack is coming down at Edlin. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
Ooh, that's gonna miss.
Okay, you definitely duck out of the way as this large aqueous appendage crunches down into the floorboards where you just were. Okay, that brings us to Desmond.
So, your description from earlier, did you mean that the spell was totally ineffective or that he saved?
The spell seemingly, upon trying to ignite inside this thing, where the other ones didn't have quite enough aqueous mass to coalesce. Basically, this thing can put out fires that it walks over, right? So the bonfire counts as a fire that it can basically snuff out.
All right. I will kind of head back a little bit towards the stairs some and shoot it with the crossbow.
Okay, kind of meandering over this direction and fire away, fire away.
15 plus some bonuses.
That'll hit.
22. So, cool. 2. 5 damage.
5 damage after 3 there, still good. Bringing it down to low. Definitely looking to be on its last legs, guys.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Who's
that
gonna
brings
get
us
the
to
kill?
Edlin.
I wish to move to flanking with nobody.
Okay, you
Get it.
yeah, that's true.
Musical chairs of death.
Okay.
That is a 23.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Come on, get the kill.
Snorkel attack.
That is 13 damage.
13 damage. Give me a kill cam.
Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
With the rapier,
Starting to sweat.
This fucking
Just
dumb.
flip with the rapier, back and forth, slices of water going this way, it's gonna look like a sprinkler.
Okay. So, from the other side, Saurus and Nobody, you can each see kind of like this ever-increasing spray and intensity of water coming out from the sides. It starts to grow, starting to collapse in on itself, and just with one last final flourish, there's this gout of water up the top as he and sprinkles to the ground as just this kind of collapsed ball of liquid. Edlin standing on the other side of it, rapier kind of deftly, shaking it off to the side.
Yes, I'm going to wipe my, it's a bronze rapier, I'm going to wipe it on my leather and slide it back in.
Very good. And with that, the boat begins to go quiet. However, you turn and you see this large figure now looming over your boat, larger than the town itself, smashing down. And with one vast slamming attack, it brings one arm down and a quarter of the town is gone in just one motion there. Wood and timber being blown asunder across the countryside there. Its next foot comes down into the lake itself, crushing boats beneath its weight. Another attack comes down, smashing into another remaining part of the town, decimating it. You can see people beginning to flee from the houses, running in all directions. However, more of these strange liquidous monsters are arising from puddles, lakes, rivulets, grabbing them and pulling them into ponds, dragging them down to their demise. This thing is moving towards you, beginning to turn. One kind of large bulbous part of its body moving in your direction. There's no head, visible head you can see. It travels on first 4 legs, then 5 legs, sometimes even moving down to just 3 columnal structures of water that eventually are moving in towards the lake, towards you.
Sure wish I could see this.
And as it's bearing down on you for one last attack, you turn and you see Amtiarna once more standing in the location that he was when he first messed with his medallion there. He looks towards you all, gives you a smile, and then turns the medallion once more. At this point, the clouds that had kind of shot past before then go in reverse. You feel this kind of like almost nauseating sensation of vertigo as you see the various elementals and weirds moving quickly across the deck. You see phantoms of your own forms fighting them around you. You see the clouds beginning to part above, the thunderstorm beginning to recede, and this large creature back into the ocean from whence it came. There is a period of time of just viewing. There's a period of time of just viewing these the calamity beginning to recede once more, before finally you're back on the boat once more. Your injuries healed at this point, as if they had never been there. Your memories intact though, and you can see the other members of the party all standing shaken and pale, many of whom are looking towards their bodies as if checking for wounds which no longer exist.
How far away is he?
Am is currently probably 10 feet away from you.
Okay, I'm going to sidle closer to him and try to steal his medallion.
All right, you attempt to sidle closer. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
It's either that or stab him, so he owes me now. That's a 23.
Okay, so as you are attempting to sidle closer to him, you all at once feel a hand touching your shoulder there. And you look up to see Frednick Summerwald standing there, a smile on his face. Please go stand back with the others if you don't mind.
But I do.
Well, that's not really up to you then, is it? So.
That shit was a fight. Ha! Ha!
All right, I'll go back over to the others.
Okay.
Does Frederick have anything in his pockets?
I'm just like reaching an arm
roll
out,
sleight of hand.
helping Hillary back up and help.
Oh, man.
What the hell was
It's
that?
only a 17.
17. You are actually able to snag something out of his pockets. It looks to be a small length of cord braided into various, braided with various colors, each of which has a small symbol along the length of the cord at various points. It looks to be that a couple have actually been frayed and burned away.
Okay.
Are there the same amount of people on the boat
19.
that were
Oh, yeah, good
beforehand?
question.
Are there still all 19 or are there less?
So taking a look around, everybody seems to have returned. Many look pale and shaken and are kind of breathing heavily. Actually, you see the youth with the spiked red hair is hyperventilating. His eyes, actually, one of them seeming to bulge slightly within its socket, kind of shaking it and shaking his head back into place. His tunic seems to have been ripped and torn at various points, and his clothing seems to have suffered a lot of damage through whatever he went through. But everybody seems to be uninjured and alive, though perhaps having experienced something they were not ready for.
Yeah.
This critter's name is the one who's speaking to us with the medallion.
Amtiarna.
Altia. That's how you spell it?
Amtiarna. Speaking of, he speaks out. Yes, I am sorry about putting you all through that.
Warning would have been nice.
Well, trust me when I say you will face many dangers in this world that are going to come at you unexpectedly. And if you are to survive such things and assist in stopping that which you have just seen happen, then you'll have to be prepared.
I get it, but like, consent is important. If you'd said, hey, you want to see the end of the world, but like, don't worry, you ain't gonna die. Oh man, I would have signed up in a second. I would have been there. But like, not exactly very, not very cool of you.
All right. Well, if you do not like my methods, you are welcome to return the bracelets and leave here now.
Oh,
I actually thought it was a bit of fun. I've never jumped off a mast before.
Well, there you are. New experiences all around. Though, again, I am sorry for the unexpected event. But you all appear to be in one piece with your sanity about you, and that is more than can be said for others who've experienced the same thing. And that is exactly why I use the methods that I did. As in all things in this life, it is a test, a way to prove your merit, to prove your strength.
That being the case, I hate to bring up not a sensitive subject, but perhaps an indelicate one. We're good at what we do, clearly. We don't want to do it for free. At least I don't.
Oh yeah, no, we getting paid. I'm getting paid.
I don't work for free, and I don't want to consider that, whatever that was, an internship.
Of course.
Much appreciated.
Well, I hope you'll all take a look down at your bracelets at this time.
All right.
And you can see a silver water elemental now hanging from each of your bracelets as a charm. One step closer to...
What do the other people have on theirs? Do they also have water elementals?
Taking a look around, it looks like everyone has a water elemental. They all seemingly face the same trial you did. Once the charms are complete, then you will be gifted with an item worthy of the heroes of Anor to come.
What about gold now, though? I mean, if you want us to go out and achieve things, can't do that on an empty stomach or without a bed to sleep in.
Brings up a fair point.
I would agree with that. You see the High Elven, the woman that actually you had recognized earlier, speaking out. I would like some form of compensation for this kind of infraction against me. Kind of steps back. Of course.
Not to be a Debbie Downer here, but we did get a free meal and drinks.
Yeah, sure. What about tomorrow?
Well, we haven't fought anything tomorrow.
I'm trying to think in futures, not just am I good for today. I want a little bit of security, personally.
You can hear kind of a murmur of agreement among the assembled folks. Some of them look to just be pale and kind of shaken, still thinking about their experience. But the majority of them seem to be varying stages of angry and or confused, and seem to definitely like the idea of a little bit of gold to soften the blow. Turns towards Frednick. Frednick, if you would be so kind. Frednick nods and distributes around to each of you a pouch containing 100 gold pieces.
Oh,
Consider
As
this.
Frednick comes by, I'll just pat him on the shoulder and say,
hey, good to see you, Fred.
Hi, good to see you as well. It's, you did well. You did better than, honestly, I expected. So, good on ya.
Could you see that ship? Were you watching?
I've seen it several times.
I mean, did you see us? You see us in action?
No.
Oh, damn. We kicked ass. It was good.
We're all 7 of you in the experience.
Mm-hmm.
He turns and looks
Not
towards.
one person fell unconscious at all.
He turns and
Yeah.
looks towards who has been looking around at the 7 of you with some interest during this engagement. You are all fate-tied. The fact that you traveled with one another into the vision indicates that your paths are more closely tied than many. I tried to find those who would be compatible just with 1 or 2. All 7 of you seem to have compatibility with one another. I would recommend you hold one another close, as you will need your strength for the times to come. Understand that what I have shown you is not a possibility, it is an absolute. This is coming. And Anor needs its heroes once more. To return to the age of Danu, to unite the divided kingdoms and factions of this land, and to once more bring about nobility and power to the Cala. So,
And now we see what you want out of it. You want to be the new Danu.
insight check. I'll let one other person roll insight if they're so inclined.
I'm on it. 19.
Ooh.
17.
So both of you, upon dropping this particular line, see Om's face, which is very passive, youthful, and although he has this presence of being older than he seems, tightens a little bit around the edges. It seems like you may have struck a little bit of a nerve. The Tuatha De Danann are the best hope for Anor, but they are fading. The gods are no longer followed as strictly as the societies which once buoyed them up, which once supported them, which once held temples and ceremonies in their honor. I simply wish to remind the people of Anor what makes us strong and what has allowed Anor to last beyond the other Kalas. If, in so doing, I may walk in the footsteps of those who came before, then that is simply what must happen.
I walk up to not in like an aggressive fashion, just kind of calmly, kind of getting the water off of my suit, and I just reach out my hand. I'm in.
He reaches one strong hand out and grasps yours and shakes it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Thank you.
I'm gonna go dry off.
Hate to see it, but I hate to say it, but there's not a lot of goal in the future without a lot of people. So count me in as well.
All right.
Money, drinks? Yep, sorry.
And me as well. This looks to be a song worthy of legend. As Pecorino walks up and grasps Om's hand, shakes it vigorously, Om looks a little like, yep.
That reminds me, I composed a limerick.
Oh no. Did you come up with one? Because I couldn't do it.
There once was a dragon named Pecker. The queen, well, he wanted to feck her. The king took his dick and cut it off quick, and his junk's now a whole double-decker.
Dang it, Carrot! Wow, that's a good one.
You can see the surrounded various party members begin to just laugh uproariously. Pecorino straightens himself up, You can see his tail. Well, he doesn't. He's kidding. You can see kind of his ears start to twitch a little bit there, and he sniffs. It's got potential. Keep working. One day you too might make something worthwhile. Anyway.
You're spare fucking parts, bub.
I'll look at Om and just say,
Hey man, food, drink, gold, fighting. As long as you keep all that coming in, I'm in.
All right.
I'm going to look Om in the eye. My ally has already spoken. We are in.
All right.
That's right.
There will be a reckoning, and I wish to strip off my left glove and drop it on the deck and turn and follow Kaz.
Okay.
Dropping the mic.
No, I dropped my glove rather than slap him with it because
fair enough.
I said later there will be a reckoning.
Looks around. Felwyn Vox also comes up. As long as you keep the gold coming, I mean. The tiefling as well approaches, kind of looks around. If it means avoiding what I just saw, then yeah, I'm in. He's gonna shake the hand there. One by one, the other champions begin to approach and shake the hand and agree to join the battle. What are the rest of you? Nobody?
What you have done was amazing.
It's my favorite.
That was incredible. How do you come to possess such grand magical power?
Well, that is a very long story, and one I might be willing to share one day.
I would be honored.
Know that it came at a great price, though.
Ah. Surely you are capable of paying.
As capable as anyone else.
You have given me purpose, and I cannot thank you enough.
He inclines his head to you, and absolutely. I see great things for you.
I walk up and I hand him the sack of 100 gold and I say, money's no good to me. What else you got?
I'll take his.
He looks at you, kind of looks you up and down. Well, unfortunately, this is what I have to offer at this time. However, continue to progress with your legend, continue to build your story, and greater wealth and treasure are sure to follow. That said, gold is good for a lot of things. I don't recommend giving it up that easily.
You can keep your priorities. I toss the bag over to Hillary.
Oh shit, I was kidding, but yeah, all right.
Oh my god.
May 10.
I'm buying you drinks.
All right.
And I'm back at the back of the crowd, back to where the buffet tables are, just chugging another bottle of whiskey. And then I kind of give a, all right, and just keep drinking from back there.
I can see she has her priorities in order. Turns towards Saris.
Yeah, things I could be punching. I'd rather it be these things, or yeah, I'm in.
All right. Well, you will all receive a first step. Frednick will take care of this. You'll receive a letter much in the same fashion you did when you first arrived here. The nature of your quest will be very dependent on what you as individuals do, what your goals are, and what may feed into your reputation and your legend. What is important is to become symbols. Symbols around which Anor as a whole can rally. What made the Tuatha powerful was not in their own might, in their own sorcery, but in the way in which they gathered the Cala together to unite as one. Now, do not mistake me. They were powerful. They are still powerful in their own way, but they cannot influence the world as they once did. That is now your calling. And so, with that, I must conclude my interview with you. My time here is running out.
Would I be able? I want to do a specific insight check. I want to see if I can read how much of his motivation is altruistic versus how much is self ego. How much he desires power and is ambitious versus just wants to help people.
Go ahead and roll insight.
I roll guidance. 18.
Seems to be a bit of a mix. Based on what you've seen, he doesn't seem to be lying about what's coming.
Yeah.
But there is a certain tinge of pride to him. There is sort of this coloring around the edges of a person striving for influence, striving to be important.
Totes.
After all this sort of like become the new gods, become the symbols for the world, I'll just lean into her and be like, no pressure, right?
Yeah.
Here.
All right. And with that, he looks around at all of you. All right. I must be going. Are there any last questions I can help you with before I take my leave?
Just look out for the bunny unicorn.
What?
Frednick, that was one of yours, wasn't it? Just a little fun.
You didn't get a unicorn bunny?
I want two people to roll perception checks.
Nope.
Not me.
I've rolled a lot. Somebody else take it.
I'm bad, but I'll do it.
Get it, barbarian. You
Come on,
see
come
it.
on, come on.
You see it. You definitely see it.
6.
You don't see Schwit.
I got an 8 on my roll and 8.
So you don't really see anything. Looks around at all of you, bids one more adieu, and then heads back into the cabin and closes the door behind him. Frednick begins to bustle around. All right, well, no sense wasting a good feast and a good spread. Why don't we tuck back in and continue the party?
Hell yeah. I'm hungry.
I think I could go for another drink. Maybe I guess I'm not cursed.
That's the spirit. What? Anyway,
Something strong.
I got you.
Something strong
I got
but
you.
celebratory.
Yeah.
and with that, you rejoin the feast. You can already see that many of the other partygoers there, though still pale and shaken at the prospect of food and drinks, are beginning to rally a bit. They're beginning to speak amongst themselves, discuss what had occurred, and debate what may be coming down the road for them. These strange and dire tidings being delivered, and how might you all best stop the calamity which is to come. And with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up our session today, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning in to session 1 of the Anor campaign. And if you'd like to see it today, please tune in 1 week from today on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Real quick, do we happen to level? Just maybe?
For that, yeah.
Yeah!
Go for it, level up.
Hell yeah.
That's 1 Pacific.
Oh,
in case somebody's chiming in from elsewhere.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, 1 Pacific.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not sure on all the conversions there, but you can just look that up. It's pretty simple.
1 Pacific Standard Time, which is -7 Greenwich.
-7/-.
Are we rolling in order for it?
Depending
You
on
want to do the
currently
points?
We'll take care of hit points and stuff later. That can be off screen and stuff. But yeah, thanks again, everybody, and y'all have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in a week, or if you want to tune in on Tuesday around 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing our Crafternoon as well. Who's on Crafternoon this time again?
We don't know.
Oh,
We're gonna
well, then it's going to be a surprise.
Find out on Tuesday.
I'll figure out. I might need to actually take a
We also
swing
might
at it.
have some different material for a Crafternoon. Because
Maybe.
Garrett and I
Possible.
are supposed to be brewing some beer here, and we might have some footage of that. We don't know yet.
That would be cool. We'll post about that on the Discord channel and as well on Fez on Facebook, what we're planning on doing for Crafternoon. So definitely jump on there, get on the Discord, find out our updates, and we will see you on Tuesday or on Sunday. Oh, and the YouTube video will be up on Thursday as well. So if you missed something about today, definitely jump on there, watch the video on Thursday, and catch up on anything that might have blown past you. So, yeah, have a great evening, everybody.
Good night.
Yay!